Ladies and gents, oh, how good it feels to be back in the domain of Casa de Money in the On the Money Sports Lounge for the first edition of On the Money Podcast, 2026 edition. Freebird rules as only we can do it. To my left, none other than the new reigning True Legends fantasy champion, Oscar O Money Muniz. And to my right, for the first time ever, the boyhood dream has come true for yours truly. Mike D and the Stick Up Kids, On the Money Sports new champions.
We had a rebrand this year. Remember, it was the Obi-Jan Kenobis.
Obi-Jan Kenobis, you're right.
That actually won the title this year.
Fresh coat of paint, sometimes what does the trick.
Yeah, man. I tried to rebrand on most of my leagues this year. Worked on some of them. Didn't work on a few of them. Had to go back. But fantasy was nothing but a roller coaster this year. Honestly.
Shit, you telling me?
Crazy roller coaster. I think I made it to 4 championships and 3 championships and won 2 of them. So
I went 2-2.
Yeah,
my championships. Went head to head with Oscar twice. Went head to head with you in Kingpins.
Yeah, Kingpins was rough. That was a rough one.
So it was an ugly car crash at the end of the day, but we set out the goal that we wanted to do in the summertime when we put these teams together and we drafted and we went through all those weeks of regular season fantasy football where we were just sitting there complaining about the production that we were getting from certain players and certain players who we didn't have to worry about all season long that were giving us the production until Jahmyr Gibbs. You know?
Yeah.
Gibbs.
What a fall off that was.
The players that
playoff purposes anyway, because his regular season was phenomenal.
What a sellout!
But crazy playoffs for Jahmyr Gibbs this year.
It was the players that I was like, we'll get you here, and then after we get you here, you got to figure it out because I'm gone. That's how from week 15 to week 17, it was just 3 rounds of that.
You literally had to figure it out because Jahmyr Gibbs was not helping you this year in the playoffs. So that's crazy. That's so crazy, man. But who didn't let you down this year? Bijan Robinson, my first round picking On the Money Sports. Mind you, On the Money Sports is a 2 QB league.
That boy just won me a
and I took Bijan and Derrick Henry with my first 2 picks in that league. The 2 QB league took Bijan and Derrick Henry. And without those 2, I do not win this championship, bro. I'm telling you.
That's what saved you. So he had you on the ropes.
Yeah, no.
It's like 100 points.
It's like I said, man, like literally before we went live, I was not confident that I was going to win On the Money until I saw the 000s on that game because I knew that Stafford and Puka stack was so deadly. And that's one of the reasons why I'm heartbroken about losing Kingpins this year because I came into the year a little confident with my team and you guys gave me a lot of shit about it. I ended up being the fucking 1 seed in that league and just having the combo of Puka and JSN I know is going to take me to the playoffs every year.
Is it really?
Unless one of them get hurt, I don't see how I don't make the playoffs every year.
What's your depth?
Oh, depth? You guys know. 3rd best bench in the league. 3rd best bench in the league.
Right.
Michael Wilson, Romeo Dobbs. When I needed him, those guys were giving me 15, 20 points. Michael Wilson had 40 burgers 3 times this year.
My calculations had him at like 6th or 7th best, and I was giving him shit for it all summer. And he ended up being that last level.
Yeah, Wan'Dale Robinson, another bench piece. Like, dude, and that was because, and I use those guys a lot because Garrett Wilson got hurt a lot this year. It was a big no-show.
Garrett Wilson,
but if I had a healthy Garrett Wilson, and hopefully doing what Garrett Wilson does, I probably would have won Kingpin.
What was he going to do?
Championship.
It doesn't matter. He had Zach Wilson. He was averaging 20 points a week. So
he still leads the Jets right now, and I think receiving yards
and the season
right now, like as we speak.
And I had Scatterbo on IR too, not
for
to
them.
mention.
It had to come down to you and me at the end.
Yeah, no, I mean your team was nasty, bro. And Dooley losing to Chris was the biggest upset I think I've seen in any fantasy league this year, bro. Honestly, because to me, going into the year, it was you and Dooley as far as best teams in the league, and
the projections.
Yeah, the projections got us.
That was
they definitely reeled us in. But honestly, man, I think. But again, Dooley had Gibbs, and a couple guys that just kind of sold out on him this year in the playoffs. So that was just wild. It was wild watching Dooley's team lose.
What was wild was some of the people.
But Chris has Jefferson and Jamar Chase too, so that's one of the reasons why. But not like Jefferson had a great year anyway. But
Chase Brown's 3-touchdown game.
yeah, that was big. That was big. That helped me in Yahoo.
Performances of the week.
Yeah, that definitely helped me in Yahoo get over the hump and win that league. But
yeah, we're just catching up right now.
Yeah, man.
It's been a few weeks. As you can see, there's a lot that's happened. The fantasy championships, the holidays. It's the longest break that we have actually ever taken since we started this podcast. And honestly,
That is true.
It was a good reset for us because there was just a lot going on in life.
The people are missing, man. The people have been asking. There's a few people have been hitting me up asking about the podcast. So I know a few people have been waiting.
You guys belong in the Hellfire Club. What
up, mouth breather?
Good to see you. First one to clock in for the 2026 season of On the Money podcast. Feels good to be back in here after everything because, like, you ended up leaving before a lot of shit hit the fan that day on Championship Sunday. I hung out for a bit.
You
I
did.
think I hung out for another half.
You had to do something, didn't you?
I think so.
All those tilts started happening. The Derrick Henry thing happened after that when I'm checking in on the score and I'm like, wait a minute, yo, like he's shaking the ropes right now. Like everything tilted, every single matchup, because that combination that you had was a little bit similar to I had Derrick Henry and Kingpins and I had Bijan and Elite 8. So it's like what you were getting in that one spot, it was helping me simultaneously in two different places at the same time.
Yeah.
Money.
I was just cussing up a storm watching Derrick Henry. 4 touchdowns.
I couldn't believe it, man.
200 yards rushing.
Honestly, when I went home most of that day, I didn't even watch football because I was helping Diane.
Because I was mad. I didn't want to buy another streaming thing.
No, it's not even that because I have the Fire Stick, so I couldn't tune into any game that I wanted.
Whoa, we do not condone that here at On the Money Sports.
I know a guy, so you know. But anyways, I was nervous. I was nervous, and I didn't want to watch the games unfold. I did watch Monday night for the most part, but yeah, that week.
You didn't watch Monday night. You missed a banger.
No, yeah, Monday night was crazy. That Rams-Falcons game was bananas, bro. It was absolutely bananas.
And the Falcons really, truly went out with a bang because you have that happening on Monday night, and then you have them getting the Carolina Panthers into the playoffs by beating the Saints, and the Falcons being eliminated on December the 7th, but ending with the same record as the division champion Carolina Panthers. And then the coach is clapping up ownership, and 4 hours later, those same people fire him.
4 hours, not 24
right
hours. Literally after the presser, hot off the press, ink still wet.
Like the strong clap, too,
and they fire. Yeah.
I mean, like,
yo, they put boots
like my guy, my ninja.
Arthur Blank.
The week prior, he beats the Rams, hurts their chances of seeding. Then he comes out, helps the Panthers get into the playoffs, makes sure that his former team, the Bucks, don't go. Hugs the coach on the way out, and hey, by the way, we no longer need you.
Deuces.
2 hours later, fire the GM.
I don't understand why. I think
cleaning house.
I think he was a victim of circumstance. I don't think he did a bad enough job to warrant getting fired. I think he was a victim of circumstance. I think they got rid of the GM, so let's just clean everything else at
they
one
fired
shot.
the GM second. They fired the coach first.
They did.
They probably were ready to fire. Like
if you knew you were going to fire that GM, did you really have to fire Raheem Morris?
They probably know that their next guy coming in.
But yeah,
they probably know their next guy coming in is going to want to bring his own guy.
Same where Harbaugh's probably going to.
He just wanted to clear the way for. Because now you got a
same way Harbaugh's probably going to want his own guy.
You got a potential situation now where you have now a GM position and a coach, like a coaching spot to fill at the same time. So
nothing beats
like
that video.
To me, man, everybody keeps saying that
GM brings in their coach.
Us and possibly the Titans are some of the most desirable positions to take because of the quarterback, but I disagree.
Don't tell him.
Did you see where Did you see?
I don't like it either, man. I mean, we have
pressure?
some talent, but if they're gonna keep Joe Shane, it's gonna put. I think
if John Harbaugh becomes the next head football coach of the New York Giants, Joe Shine will be fired.
I mean, I hope that's the case.
It's going to be just like what Liam Cohen pulled last year when the Jags said, "Hell, we want you to be the guy." He goes, Nah, I don't want to coach your team. Why not? And he pointed to Balky. A couple days later, Trent Balky got fired, and guess who got hired? Liam Cohen.
Yeah,
I guess
I pray to the heavens.
And the Jags are the winners of the South and are hosting a
so
playoff
it was
game.
a great move. Please, New York, take after Jacksonville. We can be next year's Patriots.
I guess it depends on the strength of the head coach that they get, because that head coach has to be good enough to become a GM. Basically,
Right.
It's like he's going to have that aura. Harbaugh, 18 years in, a championship under his belt. Harbaugh could get a GM
The
job.
coach
Another
who
coaching
finished the
job
season
right now.
2-7 still has a job, and the one who won 4 of his last 5 games got fired. Go figure. Are you talking about Todd Bowles?
Yeah.
Well, Todd Bowles said
honestly, I thought
it sounds like Todd Bowles ain't going nowhere.
No, they reported it today that he's not.
And I don't think he's a bad coach. I think the
I
Bucs,
don't either.
The Bucs got battered with injuries.
Yes.
Decimated.
This year was
Not
definitely
just
an
to
injury thing.
key star skill players, but pretty much the entire offensive line, the defense, like they got
Battered.
bruised.
No, I agree, and I don't think Todd Bowles.
Because when they were healthy, they were 6-1.
Right.
Like
At the beginning of the year, they were balling in the beginning of the year, but health took a toll.
and Baker was hurt all year.
Yes.
By the
He
fourth
got
game of the
hurt
year,
in
he
week
was
2 or 3.
and he was done.
Yeah.
He had a low spark when Mike Evans came back, but it kind of all fizzled out back into the same.
So,
Yeah,
and
they
Ibuka
forced that
fell
up.
off the
Not for
however,
nothing,
Todd
they
Bowles, I
forced
seen an
it.
interview where today he was like, "I'm going to make changes to the coaching staff." So, sounds like a DC or an OC could be gone.
Yeah.
He might not be pleased with the OC, which it sucked because there was a drop off. Because he didn't have a drop off when Canales left to Carolina because Cohen came and stepped right in.
Right.
But then there was a drop off with the new guy. So maybe it's a
Cliff
possibility.
Kingsbury could work good, I think, in Tampa.
Cliff
I wouldn't
Kingsbury's
mind him in
probably
New
going
York,
to get
honestly.
head coaching interviews.
They said he's going to get interviews, but most likely will land an OC job before a head coaching job this year, from what I've read from like
That's where he
Ian
belongs.
Rappaport and-
That's probably what he
Well,
wants.
they're saying
I
that he
could-
needs at least another year or 2 at OC.
I could see him becoming the Baltimore Ravens head coach.
I mean, it's possible.
I think they screwed up firing.
Or
Harbaugh.
he can work under Harbaugh for a couple of years and then get,
I got
a nice job
I got some
somewhere.
gossip here. The buzz coming out of Baltimore is that it was more about just him versus Lamar or losing the locker room. He didn't want to fire his OC. He's loyal to Monken.
But Monken wasn't the issue.
And they wanted him fired. They wanted
I'm
him
a
to do it.
Steelers fan telling you Monken wasn't the issue.
They wanted him
The
to do it.
issue was the defense.
to their ex.
Listen,
Harbaugh was like, do
they
it.
were 1-5. Lamar missed 4 or 5 games this year. He
Right, he
kept
wasn't
his
healthy.
team afloat.
Yeah,
If a person lost the locker room, they would have been a hell of a lot worse.
I agree.
Which makes that seem
So
to me
that's
like
why I think it's a lie. It was all about Lamar Jackson didn't want him as his coach.
Lamar Jackson didn't want.
Remember what
Monken.
the report that came out earlier last week, around Thursday or Friday, about how Lamar's not engaged. He sleeps in meetings. He's playing Call of Duty and all that all night long. You didn't see that?
Yeah,
It was
for a
reported
couple
by
weeks.
an esteemed, respected sports writer. It wasn't some
He pulled a Kyler Murray, huh?
Tom and Doohickey, like the flavor of the month type guy. It was a legit Baltimore Sun sports writer.
Lamar Jackson didn't like Monken. It wasn't even
Oscar,
about
take it
Harbaugh.
easy, bro.
It wasn't about Harbaugh. That rift was created because Harbaugh was loyal to Monken and wanted to make it work out with
but
Lamar.
Lamar
and this
put up
RPO
better
offense
numbers.
that they basically created.
Lamar Jackson put up better numbers as a passing quarterback.
Yep.
A passing quarterback with Todd Monken as his OC. So you know what this tells me? The next head coach is just going to do whatever Lamar Jackson wants. That's what it looks like.
Some of those passes he was
Guess
making,
what? Bring back the paddle tables. Bring back the arcades.
cornhole boards.
The cornhole boards.
No,
bring
let
them
him
all
have
in.
banners. Let him have fun, because when he has fun, he does well too. I just know that in the fourth quarter, he wasn't making a lot of the passes that he made the other week. Like, he would make the reverse of those passes. He would fumble.
This
he
past
would try
Sunday-
to run. He didn't have a
This
run for
past
more
Sunday-
than 20 yards this year.
This
Yeah,
past
that's not
Sunday,
Lamar.
He didn't have a
He-
run
he
from
wasn't
he's not
healthy,
the
bro.
reason why they lost.
Yeah, no, he wasn't healthy.
No,
he
Yeah,
was.
not.
He was
He
not the
wasn't
reason why
healthy.
they
I think
lost.
he played well. Did he make
Harbaugh
mistakes?
wasn't either.
Yes. I think some of the mistakes was him overthinking shit because he is unhealthy. So he was like,
That
if I do this,
interception
if
was
I do that, I
crazy.
get
That shit
hurt.
bounced off a guy's shoulder, and then Watt has it like cut. That
Yeah,
interception
you
wasn't
can't
even.
you know,
He was
that's
pissed.
some shit that the Jets that don't happen to the Jets. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
And I'm not going to argue that he's not immature, but at the end of the day,
However,
they didn't lose because of him.
I don't know how the
Right,
Steelers
yeah.
did it, but how do you blow coverage on the same play?
They had nobody on Flowers. They didn't even look at him.
The same play was a
Lamar
blown coverage.
Jackson told Harbaugh, "We got more than 7 digits from your bitch."
I mean, he's definitely a part of why Harbaugh got fired.
Here's another thing.
for sure.
Right.
I'm not being. I'm trying my best not to be biased here. I really am. I'm trying to be a respected sports
We'll
journalist.
see how long that lasts.
The Baltimore Ravens are a very old team, if you think about it. There's only a couple key pieces that are young.
Right.
Derrick Henry is 32 years old.
On his last leg.
Derrick Henry
That might be the
2
last
years
tipping point.
ago
Oh, my
would
God.
have never got tackled at the 40-yard line in
Never.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He's taking that.
I know that.
He's taking that shit to the house.
It's gone. There goes the route.
Right.
It starts.
Right.
The dude still had, when you count the playoffs and the regular season, he probably had like 1,600.
If you
rushing
take
yards.
away his 41 if you take away that 41 rush yards, the Steelers held him in check for pretty much the majority of the game because they sold out to stop the like they had nothing but big bodies.
he still ended with
in
like 138.
120
He didn't get in the end zone
116.
though. He didn't get in the end
there.
zone.
116. I know. Trust me, I know.
He didn't get in the
me
end
too.
zone. It was Zay Flowers.
Secondly, Marlon Humphrey ain't young. Kyle Van Noy ain't young.
Smith ain't young. Smith.
Tyler Lindenbaum's a free agent, the center.
Ooh,
Are you going to franchise tag a center?
he is old.
Well, no, he's young. He came out in 2022.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
The
feel
year
like he's been
Picking
there
got
forever.
The Pittsburgh
Not till
Steelers.
Friday. All right.
The Pittsburgh Steelers decided to draft Kenny Pickett instead of a center that could anchor their line. I mean, I like Zach Frazier, who they got now. I think he's going to be a very good center for you. But they could have had Tyler, but they chose Kenny Pickett. So he's going to be free because I think his fifth-year option's done too and all that. I don't think they picked it up.
Would this be Lamar Jackson's fifth OC or fourth? How many offensive coordinators does he
This
have
will be his
already?
third, I think, because
This is his third.
he had
Roman.
Roman for a couple
a
years.
while. Yeah, I think it was 3 years.
And if Roman is such a bad problem, Justin Herbert's hurt right now. That's why he's playing. He's hurt. But
I mean, some of the same things
When
you said
Justin
about the
Herbert's healthy,
Bucs,
look.
you could say about the Chargers this year. They kind of came out looking better than they looked.
the
after
Ravens are an
injuries
older
impacted
team,
them.
bro. So the question becomes, their number 2 receiver is DeAndre Hopkins. They gave
that's crazy.
the GM
That
decided
Walker guy too.
the GM decided to pay Mark Andrews.
3-year deal.
Meanwhile, Isaiah Likely's walking because this is last year.
They shouldn't have paid
It should have been
him.
backwards. Andrews walks, Likely stays. Either way. So here's the other thing.
Rivers over Roethlisberger.
Here's the other
Okay.
thing. The guys on the NFL Network radio, I forget who it was talking about, like, we keep saying this is a desirable job. What happens if – oh, no, it was Mike Florio in the game. It was Chris Sims who actually says this, and I thought about it. I was like, oh, shit. What happens if Lamar still wants to leave, even with Harbaugh gone?
Oh.
And maybe the owner just looks at it like, you know what? Let's strip it to the bare. Screw it.
They're one step away from some shit like that happening because now you got rid of the 18.
Because you could probably get, like they said, they probably don't, like Chris Sims is, realistically, I don't think they're going to trade Lamar or let him go. He goes, but if they were thinking about it, you can get the draft capital for him because someone's going to give you the draft capital.
Absolutely.
He goes, you will probably release Henry. He goes, Keaton Mitchell can be your running back, and you just draft the
So you
pounder
figure
in the
things
draft, and you just rebuild. He goes, because
That
what
would be the smart.
They always find a running
he
back.
goes, because honestly, he goes, their defense was not good. Zach Orr was not a good first-year DC, and the defense is older. So
Go get Brees Hall.
something's going to be in check.
Just go bring Brees Hall into that shit.
into whatever Baltimore got going
Yeah,
on.
make Brees Hall your RB1.
They're going to have.
It's
I
life
think they
after
have
that.
money to play with. I sent you
I like
guys.
Keaton Mitchell though.
I sent you guys the salary caps for
Yes.
everybody the other day. Titans with the most salary cap space, $109 million.
So let me ask you guys this: what are you giving up for Lamar? 2 1s? 1
Maybe 3, bro.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
Yeah,
He hasn't lost. He hasn't lost any value as far as who he is and what he can still bring to the table.
I don't think I would.
He's 29 years old right now.
I think I'm comfortable with 2 1s.
If Matt Stafford got 3 1s, but that's Matt Stafford.
Yeah, I think I would.
This is Lamar Jackson right now.
I'd have given a 5 for this round.
I don't know. I'm like, look at what he's doing now, and this was years ago.
That was Stafford in his prime, considered his prime, and after that, he got a championship out of it, so it was worth it. So for Lamar, why not? Lamar's only 29 right now. He's got a couple more years.
Let's never forget a couple years ago, somebody here was leading the bandwagon for Lamar to Tennessee.
And I would have given him a 4.
Oh, I was telling New York, go give 2 1s. Go give the 2 1s.
If that's even a real conversation where you guys are actually having phone calls about it, if I'm a team that doesn't have a quarterback and I'm a quarterback away.
If Bills don't do well in the playoff statement, Dervis get fired.
Yes.
2 based on the John Harbaugh situation. Listen, I think he gets fired regardless. And maybe, just maybe, Harbaugh's agents like, we're not going to make any decisions. So let's see how this week goes off.
No, I think the Giants should wait too, as far as making any head coaching decisions. Unless Harbaugh's like yes.
As far as Lamar goes, like I get, he wants to be a pocket key passer, but he's also a runner. Isn't just me, or does it seem like he doesn't want to run as much anymore?
I mean,
you can say the same thing about Jalen Hurts.
He's getting older, bro. Like
the offense, and he's dealing with injuries too.
Right,
like
getting hurt.
But see, that's the problem with running quarterbacks. As they get older, you're not as effective because you can't run like you used to.
Yeah, but you just said earlier, Lamar his numbers are better when he's passing the ball. So
yeah,
well, look,
you just got to put him in the right system. You just
say the name. Who does he have as his running back?
No, I was gonna say a different Derek. I was gonna say Derrick Rose when he first came out, he was super explosive and doing all the crazy dunks, and then the injuries kind of
ACL destroyed his career.
The way he plays.
And Derrick Rose was going to be a Hall of Fame. Like, he was going to be a stud.
I think he would have went down as the best point guard to ever play in the NBA if he don't get hurt.
And like
better than Allen Iverson, better than Curry,
stud,
better than everybody that.
He had the Bulls contesting against the championship Celtics, like taking them to the ropes.
Yeah, no, he would have been better than Jason Kidd, better than the glove.
So, but I feel like that just impacted sort of the way how Lamar plays. Also, the fact that
how much longer can he be a multifaceted runner though?
Well, everybody who was complaining about him
3 years, as long as he again stays healthy.
Everybody who was complaining about him not throwing enough, now he's throwing enough, and instead of him getting the props for it, we're talking about the backstory situation of losing the locker room and all this other shit.
Jalen Hurts is a poor man, Lamar Jackson. He don't run like Lamar, and I think Lamar's a better passer than Jalen Hurts. So,
yeah, I agree with that.
So I don't.
Lamar's willing to throw it into certain coverages.
Like Dak Prescott early in his career was a running quarterback.
Yeah, and so
he's not going to do that now.
And then once he snapped his ankle, look what he's turned into. Like, he's a good pocket passing
quarterback. Passing.
Yeah.
Dak will give you 35 to 40 touchdowns, 4,000 yards passing.
Easy.
And Lamar Jackson's never had like even a T. Higgins, bro. Like Lamar Jackson hasn't had that. Yeah. He's got Zay Flowers, anywhere else is a wide receiver too, a great wide receiver too. But that's
somebody I know.
His best receiver has probably been Mark
somebody
Andrews.
I know
Mark Andrews
was ready to start offering.
That's you maximizing your tight end because and then that's how that field gets smaller for them in the playoffs.
Somebody I know
they can't do the deep shit.
Dynasty wise, was ready to start sending offers out for Zay Flowers for cheap because he figured he could get him cheap, which probably could have. He goes, but after that game, he goes, the price went up. He goes, so I'm not even going to try. I will not release that person's name.
Because that's something that Lamar Jackson wasn't doing early in his career in some of those playoff matchups. He wasn't going down the field. It was all going back and forth. Eventually, as a defense, you just trap him in this little bubble where
it's funny, right?
And he's throwing 2 or 3 picks. But that wasn't the case. He showed up in the fourth quarter, but once again, his accomplishments gets diminished by everything that we saw with that kick and all the shit that happened after that and Black Monday. It's like he's not going to get credit for the good stuff he does. But right now, he's the catalyst for why all this other shit is happening when really the organization is telling Harbaugh, you fire this guy. We're not going to fire him. We can, but we want you to do it. Just testing the dude after 18 years.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
A knock, too, is, he's now 3-7 lifetime against Pittsburgh. We know his record against Kansas City. We know his record against Buffalo.
He hasn't beat any of the big names.
That also hurts him.
What's his biggest playoff win?
Maybe it's time for him to go to an NFC team.
Vikings? Minnesota needs somebody. I don't care
No.
what they say.
If
or what
I'm
they think they got
Minnesota,
out there.
I'm
It's
giving
crazy
up.
because the biggest win he had was the Houston Texans in the divisional round, but who really thought they were going to lose to Houston?
No, I don't think so.
Was it when they stepped on the Titans' turf the year after we stood on theirs?
That was an
That same
impressive
year?
win.
Because we were like a top seed and they were a wild card. And the year before, we just beat them. And they served it right back to us the next year. Like,
That was sad.
because he ripped off that big 50-yard. Yeah, I was devastated. Because we started that game 10-0 and just blew it. Lamar Jackson ripped off the same
It
run
was
that
me,
Patrick
him,
Mahomes
Crystal.
did in the AFC Championship. Lamar literally did that shit to us the very next year, middle of the field. We do not spy this man, and he rips for a 50-yarder.
It was me, him, Crystal, my son sitting there watching that game. It's 10-0. I'm just like this.
We were at Wild Wings.
Mhm.
We were at Wild Wings. Yeah. We were going to serve him up some justice, and then we got served the justice. But anyway, point being, that's one of the big feathers in his cap so far as the playoff goes, because whenever he's matched up with Patty, or when he's even matched up with Josh Allen, who has his own skeletons in his closet, he just
It's crazy
brings it over the
because
hump.
I don't
You
understand.
say a 1 and a 2. I'm comfortable with 2 1s.
I'll
You'll
overpay
say
for Lamar Jackson
3
right now.
1s.
If I have a team that's ready to compete,
I'll spice my deal up. A 1 with a 2, but if he hits certain stats, it'll turn into 2 1s.
That's not bad.
2 1s and
That's not bad.
2 for sure.
Or 1 and a 2 in the player, maybe.
What player?
Quarterback.
Yeah, quarterback.
Right.
They're going to send J.J. McCarthy.
Something that they can
Nice.
use.
9.
Send him 9.
Something they can use. Anything.
Listen, 9 went on a 5-game
So is
win streak
Minnesota
that
that
year.
team? Is there anybody else you guys think that should go out there?
In the NFC?
Right.
Well, realistically,
The
on this
Falcons.
podcast, we're going to be realistic. There's no way in hell they're trading him in the AFC.
That's what I'm saying. So that's got to
So
be
it's
an
NFC. You got the Vikings,
Falcons.
the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler's getting traded, dog.
Kyler's gone.
Kyler is gone. You think Jacoby
Cardinals
Brissett?
Cardinals
Just
is a
because he helped
possibility.
you win a freaking championship throwing to Michael Wilson and Trey McBride?
I think they have top 5 potential. The Cardinals.
I mean-
Like he'd have Mark Andrews all over again, out there,
A better Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Way better Mark Andrews.
and maybe better wide receivers than he's ever had. Like a combination.
I don't know,
of
Marvin
them.
Harrison right now. He just
Yeah, he just don't. He don't.
He
do
ain't
it
his
for me
daddy.
right now. Yeah, he definitely don't look like his dad. I'll give him.
He has his moments.
Devontae Adams didn't bloom till year 3, so I'll give him next year. You know,
He has
but
some
he's
moments.
just he's not doing it for me yet. He's just not
um,
doing it for me.
Can't you got to see on the
do the lines get spicy?
Now that's a team
They
who
need
can
something
make
like that.
a move.
That'll change my opinion on them.
Now, would it be heartbreaking? I think that's probably the biggest.
You send Jared Goff to Baltimore?
Dude, they love Jared Goff in Detroit. Not
I'm
just the
just
front
saying.
office, but the fans.
But
He loves it out there.
They're
His
gonna love
family.
winning in the playoffs more.
Oh no, trust me. This is a business, and as we
Like-
all know, the NFL could be super cutthroat. And I think that would probably be the best.
There's
team.
numerous teams.
I
in
was
the
waiting for one of you guys to bring them up. But Oscar did it first, but I think the Lions would be. the
There's
best team.
numerous teams in this. I could probably say all the teams in the South if you want.
I thought the Falcons were the first
Atlanta?
one in my mind.
Right.
Like 'cause
New
that was already a
Orleans?
conversation before anyway. No, they like Tyler Shough, bro. They're gonna run it back with this kid.
I think if the Rams organization had the balls at the time to trade Stafford the way they did and get capital the way they did, and they had a vision then, I think if they
That's
use
the move,
whatever like creativity they used then and think about this Lamar trade, it could
I mean,
probably
in
work.
the if they were to trade him in the AFC,
Only teams with balls make moves like that.
the Vegas
Rams are gonna use
Raiders,
their
The
picks.
Detroit got balls, man.
the
They
Vegas
do.
Raiders, the Miami Dolphins.
I was gonna say the Dolphins. Dolphins is the only AFC team I think that can.
Raiders make sense.
The Raiders got the first number 1 overall pick, so I don't know if it makes sense for them.
The Colts.
There's a lot of value in that.
Although
pick.
they love DJ, they said they're bringing DJ back. That their plans to
yeah,
re-sign
they're
DJ.
Good for them.
They're
Good
gonna
for
do
him.
their thing. Yeah.
Good for him.
I
I'm
thought he
happy.
had a
Gets
good
another
year
year.
up until he got hurt. When he cracked his fibula, he was done.
He had 30.
And the moment he cracked his fibula, I told Crystal, I said he's going to get hurt more. She goes, why?
Yes.
Because he's playing on
It
drugs.
was
I was
never
like,
the same
no,
for them.
he's going to be favoring that leg so much, it's going to leave the other leg susceptible to injury. And
That's what
within
happened.
2 weeks,
It was
boom.
never the
Tore
same
that
for them.
shit.
I think every team with a stable quarterback right now is out of the conversation. Those teams
No
that don't
team in
have
the
one
North.
right now,
You're not
I
trading
think
within
the Lions are
division.
the only team because Goff is stable, but he's no Lamar Jackson.
Vikings. Minnesota Vikings, bro. There's not
No, the
stable out
Vikings
there.
fit. I think the
Justin
Lions are the better
Jefferson's
one.
out there waiting for them.
Oh,
to
that's what I'm
just
saying. The
give me
Vikings would be
something.
good.
Give me look what I
Jordan
did with Kirk
Mason,
Cousins.
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison.
Again, do I think he's getting traded? No, because then
No, probably not.
if he
but
was getting traded, Harbaugh would still be the head coach.
I don't think so.
Or clean. You
But
think a
That's
clean
what-
break?
yeah, because
what
kind of
if,
like
like,
what you were saying earlier, where
the
they're just kind of
organization-
just rebuilding.
What if he just
retooling.
demands
I
a
wouldn't be
trade?
mad
Ask
at
for a trade. Like I want
Of
out.
course you wouldn't.
Like this a year and a half into this, it's not.
I mean,
working out.
listen, that's not the only quarterback troublesome issues in the AFC North right now. There's one that's happening in Cincinnati, Ohio, where we don't know if the guy wants to play football or not.
Doesn't he trade straight up? Burrow for Jackson. That would be a win for Cincinnati.
Like
bro.
he's like
Send
saying
away.
some crazy shit after his
Yes.
press conferences.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
What the hell's going on with? And they kept Zach Taylor.
I don't get it.
They kept
Keeping Zach Taylor to me is
The
beyond
one
me, bro.
That's
coach
more
that
shocking
we
than the
thought
firing.
was gone has stayed. Meanwhile, Harbaugh and Stefanski got booted from the division.
I did think
Insane.
that Bowles was going to get fired, and him staying is a little surprising. But
Zach Taylor is, you know
Zach
why?
Taylor staying
Because
is-
the owner's so cheap, he's not paying a coach to sit on the sideline.
yeah. That could be it too.
That's what it is.
Zach
That
Taylor's just
owner
grateful to
is
still have
so
his job.
cheap. So you know what?
Mateo.
They're going to
What up,
continue
Matt?
to be where they're at, either 9-8 or 8-9.
That would have been Brian Callahan's job had he stayed there as the OC. They
Yeah,
would have fired Taylor maybe if Callahan was still there,
yeah.
and they would have experimented with that just to keep that offense. You know what I mean? The dynamics of that offense they put
That
together
team
is still
has-
pretty much the same.
That team does not have a lot of holes on offense besides their offensive line, but they need a whole rehaul on their defense.
Their defense wasn't the worst the last month of the year, but it was too little, too late.
They gave up.
You were
the
ranked
most-
32nd for about 2 months and a half.
Somebody
before
was
you
saying,
got
like,
to
how
that.
do you
like?
Somebody said, how can you have the team that's given up the most yards and scores in NFL history and you keep your head coach?
Bro, Joe Burrow was getting popped week 17. Still, like their problems
don't
are
care.
still their problems.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're not. They haven't fixed anything.
So I could go. I just want to say
Oh,
about
what was
15,
that?
16 years ago,
Harbaugh is not expected to conduct any head coach interviews until next week for Adam Schefter.
well, that's
Yeah, 'cause he's
good.
conducting
Let him
GM
sit
interviews.
back and relax.
Right.
Let's go. My man just
The
lost
price
the
is going
job.
up. You're smart.
My man just lost the job that he had for almost
20 years.
20 years. He called that place home. Like, yo, you're numb right now. It's
A
like,
little bit,
fuck.
yeah. He's got a process.
But at least he knows there's a market for him.
Yeah. And I did hear that, and
he said
supposedly it
they-
was reported that he does want to get back into
Yes,
coaching,
that he does
so-
not want to take a year off.
Right.
He has already
Right.
stated, and probably his agent's telling him, let's just look at everything. And I'm guaranteeing what his agent's telling him. I know New York looks great, and we're all for New York.
But he
But
can
what
coach
happens
Josh
in
Allen.
Buffalo if they fire their
Maybe he's
coach?
waiting.
I'm
Maybe
him,
he's
and I got the
waiting.
opportunity to just
I'm going to wait.
to coach Jackson Dart or Josh Allen.
I'd coach Josh Allen.
I probably coach Josh Allen.
He saw
Look
5
at
other
that.
coaches get fired. He knows
He
nobody's
watched his
untouchable.
Ravens lose to Josh Allen a couple times in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
He knows nobody's untouchable if he just got canned after 18 years. So maybe just
There's
waiting
just
for
one
a better
person
opportunity.
untouchable.
The
Yeah.
guy that you wanted fired the entire season.
I still say it's
All it
time to
takes is
move
one
on if
win.
we lose Monday.
But if you win
But if you win,
and then
Well,
lose the
then-
next week, you're just gonna keep pushing the goalposts back every week. You're never gonna be satisfied.
He did what I said. Win a playoff game. That's what I
You
said.
still
Win a
technically
playoff
have to
game
win
and
a
keep your
playoff
job.
game. Just because it was the end of the season and you needed
the
it
next
for
year
the
you're gonna be like,
division.
do it again.
But at
But-
the end of the day,
Like, it's his choice.
Tyler Luke.
That's one coach in this world. It's his choice because the Roonies ain't going to fire him.
Yeah.
The
Har-
Roonies
Har-
are
and
not.
Harbaugh's got options too because he's
Where
got that.
Biscotti's
He's got that
different, bro.
tender.
Biscotti don't get. He's a newer owner. He took over ownership. What, like maybe not even 10 years ago.
For
The Ravens, because before it was Art Modell for years.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
He really had it
Why
out
does
for
Biscotti
Monken
not sound familiar, but-
yeah.
to create that situation.
Maybe Monken just goes back to college too. Because that whole coaching staff's done. Like,
Right.
you're done.
and maybe Lamar.
It's just like Cleveland. The whole coaching. I'm pretty sure Schwartz isn't sticking around.
Right. Well, I think
He has an interview Friday for the head coaching job of the Cleveland Browns, and so does their
Yeah.
offensive coordinator.
maybe Lamar Jackson doesn't know how to say, look, me and the ownership are in cahoots in this situation. So I don't know what to tell y'all right now. I can't answer this. You know what I mean? Like maybe he is just
Maybe
not
he
mentally
told him,
mature
yo,
enough
get
to-
rid
What
of
about the
Monken.
Jets?
Maybe he told, get rid of Monken and I'll still play
He
for
does not
Harbaugh.
He was probably told ownership, I can't run it. I don't like Monken.
The Jets have 5 first-round picks within the next 2 or 3 years, something like that.
They got the capital to send somebody some picks for a quarterback right
do
now.
Do they flash some of that at Baltimore and say, give us Lamar?
All right.
I think I like the Arizona
I would.
one.
What about this? To stick on this. How after Harbaugh got fired, how the report came out that 5 other teams would be interested in talking to Harbaugh that also still have that they would fire their current coach
Yes.
to bring
They
him
haven't
in.
fired him yet.
So
but they
here's
will.
what this is what I think in my mind. Miami, I'll still say Tampa.
Well, they already said Bose is coming back. But I think Tampa
Washington?
did reach out. Washington? That'd be nice. Well, damn.
The Jets,
The Jets make sense.
the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't know if Jerry would do that.
Okay. But who's to say the Jets? What's up, Serge?
Jerry
Who's to
already-
say if the Jets, if Harbaugh was to tell the Jets, I'd be interested in coming here, they wouldn't jettison Aaron Glenn immediately.
He's got one more year. Because of those draft picks, because of all the stuff that they can build together.
I mean,
But I
he's
think
got
I'm
one
giving.
more
I'm
year.
thinking I'm giving those.
I'm
draft
pretty
picks
sure
to
the Titans
Harbaugh.
got to interview him.
Well, the Jets are committed to Glenn. That's what I'm saying. They like these other teams that called are not committed to their head coach,
I
whereas some
think-
teams have already come out and
Are
knocked
they
that
committed
out.
to Glenn? Yes.
For a
But if
year, at
Harbaugh
least.
comes knocking on your door and be like, "Listen, man, I would love to do something with those 5 first-round picks you guys got. Think about it."
Oh, a smart organization,
You know
of
what I
course,
mean?
but it's the
Like-
Jets. The Jets are going to run it back with
No,
Glenn.
no.
And they're going to fire him after Harbaugh gets a
It would
job
behoove
somewhere
the
else.
Jets to do it, but I don't. Would
They're
they
gonna-
ultimately do it? Probably not, but I think they should.
Glenn's coming. He's getting one more year.
I
of
say
this
Washington
nonsense.
because
Even after not getting an interception all season long.
he let go both OC and DC, Quinn. That just reeks of a guy
He doesn't know what he's doing, man.
or he's like, I gotta protect my job. Like maybe he was given an ultimatum, which would be quick to give a guy like that an ultimatum this quick.
I
He did
mean,
what Harbaugh
it
wasn't
would be
willing to
way
do.
too quick, but I wouldn't be surprised by Woody Johnson if he did something like that. So I don't know.
There's
The
so
Jets
many
are a
people
mess,
out there.
dude.
Yeah,
The Jets are a
they
mess.
said they're the most dysfunctional organization right now.
Easily. Yeah, I
You
hear them
got-
talk about him on
You
the
got
radio
Todd
every
McShay
day, bro.
going
They go
on
crazy,
his
dude.
podcast telling Dante Moore that if he doesn't get picked number 1, he needs to go back to college to avoid the Jets.
To me, the least exciting team to have 5
I'm
firsts
gonna
is the
tell you
Jets,
this right now.
honestly. Like I feel like if anybody's gonna do nothing with
Like
that,
if I'm the Jets, out of those 5 first rounders, I'm calling the Bengals and be like, "Yo, you want these 3 1s for Joe?"
Woody Johnson is a dumpster
I
fire.
give them all 5 for Joe and Chase, bro.
They're not getting chased too. It's not
Why
happening.
not?
Jets are gonna get Kyler Murray.
You
bro.
think Joe and Chase
That's who's
don't want to
going
be
to
together
now.
forever?
It's Kyler Murray.
Good.
Kyler Murray's going to the New York Jets.
I
That's
mean,
gonna
I
be
can
their
see
big
it.
move.
It's going to be horrible. And the
Because
Jets
this
fans
is
are
what's-
going to hate it because they already
listen,
don't want it.
it is January
They're gonna
7th.
hate it.
It's January
They're gonna hate
7th, 2026. For everybody out there watching this podcast, I'm going to make a bold statement that I don't think is a hot take.
Oh, boy.
I think it is 100% real, and I believe these two next to me are going to be completely on board with me. If the New York Football Jets have the number 1 pick overall next season, you're going to catch Archie Manning telling them, "I'm not playing for the New." You're going to get Eli Manning telling the Chargers, "I'm not playing for you." Where now his nephew is going to tell the Jets, "I'm not playing for the New York
Possible.
Jets."
It's
He already
possible.
knows how to do it. He's gonna
It's
repeat
possible.
I
history.
believe if they are the number 1 pick next year, that is what's going to
The
happen.
Mannings aren't gonna allow that.
Yeah.
They're not gonna allow him to go to New York. Not that New York.
So a lot of people say that, Chris, about Woody, as long as Woody's the owner, that they'll never win another championship. I don't know if you're familiar with Joe Beningo. He's a
Woody
big
bought the team in
radio
2000.
guy.
I was just watching that. Bill Belichick, when he resigned, he said, "Due to new ownership and the uncertainty of my coaching and what I will be allowed to do,
A day later.
I've decided to resign."
That should never happen to nobody.
Yo,
No team.
if Woody never
the Jets.
takes over the team, the Jets get Bill Belichick.
That's all you needed to know. That's
Think
all you needed
about
to
that,
see.
bro.
From that moment on, The New York Jets have continued to be one of the biggest consistent dumpster fires because everybody has their highs and lows.
I mean, dude, they every year consistently the biggest.
I don't think
shit
Herm
show.
Edwards was that bad of a coach for them.
No, he wasn't.
Never forget,
A good coach in a bad
the
situation.
Jets shut out the Colts 42-0 in a playoff game with Herm Edwards.
Yeah,
I
you
still
play to win the game.
I watched that game and I was like, "This is this really happening?"
Yeah,
with Testaverde.
No,
Chad Pennington.
Chad
Chad
Pennington.
Chad Pennington.
will
Chad
always
Pennington
be the
can sling
biggest
it,
what
bro.
if.
Yes,
Chad Pennington will always be the what
He
if.
had the Jets
Because
playing
if that
in
mother
football
could have
games.
stayed healthy, he
could
was
fucking
going to be a
sling
good
it, bro.
quarterback in this
He
league.
could sling it.
He had them winning games.
He may not have been able to go deep like all these other guys, but he knew how to read defenses,
Dude.
put people in.
tore
Chad
defenses
Pennington
apart.
was good, bro.
And the Jets
He
formula
was
was
Peyton Manning
always
before Peyton Manning.
Look how healthy he was when he went to the Dolphins that first year. How healthy he was. He took the Dolphins to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Then he got hurt after again. Something bad happens. He gets
What about
That poor
speaking of the
guy.
Dolphins? Mike McDaniel's getting to help choose the guy that's going to fire him and the Miami's next GM.
That's crazy.
He won't be able to if John Harbaugh takes the job.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Imagine that. I want that guy to fire me this season
This season,
when we go out there.
week 5.
Somebody said, "What about if McDaniel's gets let go? Harbaugh goes to Miami. McDaniel's goes to Baltimore."
McDaniel's needs to do the Cliff Kingsbury approach and just take an OC job again.
It's like I told Alex
Just
today.
get yourself to that.
I
That's
told
what I
I
wanted.
told Alexi today. Let's just be real. If the Giants really want Harbaugh, take the Dan Rooney rule fine and just hire him, bro. Don't sit there and bring some minority candidates in that you have no business hiring. Like, I guess I could
They're
see.
not taking that fine. They're not.
Yeah. Also, here's another thing: is Mara going to be willing to pay $16 million a year to a coach?
Mara's. I'm not even gonna say it. I was gonna say something very mean, but I'm not
Is
even-
Mara going to be willing? Is the Mara?
Mara's sick
Hold on, here,
right
hold
now,
on.
okay?
Is the Mara Tish family going to pay a head coach $16 million a year?
I think they need to if it's John Harbaugh.
Okay.
He's worth
Anybody
all
else? Probably not. Man, Mike Tomlin, maybe. I'll match
Mike
whatever.
makes $20 million a year,
I
dog.
was gonna say I'll match
That
whatever he's making
salary
now.
got leaked out a couple weeks ago. I was like,
But I was talking to Noli the other day, and I just found out that what coaches make doesn't go against the salary.
no, not at all.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
knew that.
They're
Staff-
separated. That's
staff
why.
alone.
That's why the players'
I
union-
don't want to hear about that anymore. About
The players'
how much
union.
coaches make because it doesn't go against the salary.
Yeah,
So I don't
doesn't
want to hear
matter.
about the complaints.
That's
and
That's
everything.
why the
Yeah.
owners don't care when they keep firing people.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
and
also
they'll be willing to pay them years after
which
they
is
fire them.
crazy.
Because, yeah.
Y'all bitching about money, but you're paying a coach X amount of dollars for the next couple years.
When you're
They
worth
still owe
$1
Harbaugh
billion,
30-something million.
$10 million a year ain't shit, dude.
They owe Harbaugh a good amount of money still. Like another
Oh,
team
yeah.
is going to sign Harbaugh, and it's going to take a little bit off what Baltimore owes him, but Baltimore is still going to be paying Harbaugh
A little bit
when he takes the
Yeah,
other
no,
job.
he gets a Baltimore check. He
That's
still
why
gets
the
a Baltimore check.
NFL Players
Consistently.
Union is trying to get the quarterback salaries taken out of the salary cap. They're trying to think of like that quarterbacks shouldn't count against the cap because of how much they get their contracts and all that.
And that's why we're getting more commercials on Red Zone, and that's why we're getting more advertisers.
And that's
because
why
they need
you're
to find
gonna
ways
get
to
an
generate this money.
18th game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 18th game is definitely going to
And
happen.
you know what's going to be even more sick? You're going to get 8 teams on each side in the playoffs soon.
I can see that happening.
And that's going to be gross. And guess what? They'll probably just do nobody a bye week.
No bye week, so that they stop taking the last week of the season off. Week 19, you can't take that as your bye week anymore if you don't get the 1 seed. Everybody has to play because you could virtually be eliminated the last week of the season. You can't rest anybody if one
And there's
seed
gonna-
has to play the following week. You're not going to be.
I
able
know
to
that.
rest
I
everybody.
remember reading an article early last year, was it? When Joe Burrow came out, I was like, yeah, I know 18's coming.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm not going to be like my contemporaries and act like it's not out there. He goes, and if it does come to fruition, I don't want to hear nothing. Cut the preseason to 2 games.
Add an extra bye week.
And he was like, and we need a second
Yeah.
bye week. And he goes, and everybody coming off the bye week that's when you play Thursday. Nobody should be playing
10
short
day-
days notice.
10-day period. So that's
I
their
agree with
counter
that.
argument.
And I was
to-
like,
to the
you
extra
mother-
day.
This was my idea. I came up with this shit.
It's true though. It makes perfect sense.
Well,
A
it made
10-day layoff.
and I was reading about the Players Association's pissy made those comments because like, yo, we're supposed to be fighting for this, not to do this.
You
But
didn't
at
tell
this
us you were going
point,
to say that.
yeah.
That's
But
why
at
he's
this
going
point,
rogue. He's saying
he-
whatever he wants now.
He's crazy, bro.
He don't care.
His IQ must be higher than ours.
I know
maybe he's one of those high IQ
The
guys.
president of the
Right,
associate. Well, he's
right.
tired of getting hurt, dog. He
I
lost
don't blame
years
him.
out of his career already.
Already.
You don't know how much
What the
time he has
Bengals are
left.
doing to him is what they did to what the Colts did to Luck, and what's eerily similar. Me and Alexi again, we're talking about this situation. He may pull a Carson Palmer
And retire and then come back.
because Carson Palmer did the same shit with the Bengals.
Yeah.
He got tired of the ownership.
Maybe
He got tired of losing.
Maybe that's
He got tired of getting
Getting hurt.
hit.
He's getting
That
popped.
they weren't doing anything to upgrade the team, and he just said, "I'm going to retire." And they thought he wasn't. They called his bluff, and he really said, "I'm done." He didn't fill out the retirement papers, but he sat out. And when the Bengals finally realized, like, "Oh shit, this guy's sitting out," that's when they said, "Well." That's when Oakland came along and offered him like the what was it, 2-1s or something like that for him.
Yeah. I think
They couldn't refuse it. What you already drafted Dalton? You got Dalton playing.
That's the most you were going to get for Palmer at that time if you're Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And you can get that.
So who's to
problem.
say, come July when they open training camp, Burrow's like, "Yeah, I'm done."
He can leverage that entire situation
Yeah.
whenever he wants.
That would be wild.
Yo, if he came out and retired now, that'd be so crazy, bro.
These players are getting smarter, bro.
He does it, and then Lamar
You have
sees
to,
it.
though, man. You got to
Like-
get your money and you got to protect yourself, dude. You got to fuck these billionaires, dude. I love
Get your money, man.
love the Giants
Get your money.
like no other sports team that I fucking root for, but
Listen, I
I'm
love
not gonna
players.
knock
I want
guys that
players
get
to
their
get
money.
paid,
Yeah, bro.
but I
you
don't
got
like
to.
when players get paid and then a year later, "Oh, I don't want to be here."
Oh
Bitch, then
no,
you shouldn't
yeah,
have signed the
yeah,
deal.
no, yeah. I don't
It
like,
happens in the
I
NBA
don't-
a lot more than it
oh,
happens
yeah,
in the
for
NFL.
sure,
Get me outta
for
here.
sure. But I hate players who sell out and who stop producing after they get paid.
Like
I hate
Miles
that shit.
Garrett earlier in the year talking about, "Yeah, I'm tired of losing." Bitch, you took $100-some million.
Yeah.
You knew what it
And that
meant.
too, like be upfront. If you want the money, you want the money. And
Yeah.
I want you to get paid, so I don't care. Just be upfront about it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's about winning, bitch. When have they won?
Yeah, exactly.
Who do you think their next coach will be?
Maybe he should have held
I have
out
No idea.
and just held out, and maybe Philly would have just gave them whatever they wanted.
Right.
I truly believe Philly would have ended up ponying up 2 firsts because all this, Howie's a genius. Howie would have ended up ponying up 2 first-round picks for him.
I mean, it probably would have been worth it though, because Miles Garrett on that Eagles team would have been disgusting.
Crazy.
And
Yeah.
I would have hated
Crazy.
They'd have been
every
repeat.
single.
They would repeat.
Absolutely crazy.
I would have hated every single minute of that, bro. I don't know if I would have stomached watching NFL playoffs.
And they're going to get active in the trade market when somebody's available because that's just how they do
Yeah,
things.
no, it's just
What is-
how
they
it
want
is.
it. They'll at least do their due
Yeah.
diligence and be like, "What do you want?"
And if you want out, then you should give your money back forcefully. Then that's If I just signed you to a multi-year extension in this offseason, and then next offseason you're talking about I don't want to be here no more, well then I need all this guaranteed money back, and then I'll trade you.
I don't know about that.
The hell with that.
Nah, I don't know about that.
Like when
I
Stephon
don't agree with
Diggs
that.
pulled
That's
with the
where
Vikings a
trivia.
couple years ago.
Maybe it'll be easier.
Remember
for them
that
to
the
do
Vikings
if it
paid
comes
him?
against the cap.
A year later, I don't want to be here. Bitch, then why'd you sign the
You
contract?
see, to me, two things are happening there. It's either you're not living up to the contract and you're just unhappy, like you're unhappy, right? And the team should have done a better job at vetting that player as far as like before you give them all that money. So
Like
I think
the Steelers gave AB that 76
I
million.
really
made
think
him
it's
the
on the
highest
team to
paid.
vet these players a lot more better before they sign them, before stuff like that happens. Or they were, the player was sold a bill of goods and they realized a year later, it's like, nah, this is bullshit.
AB
I'm
got
out.
paid after that. Remember after the AFC champion, that was the same year where he was
Right,
like in the locker room.
right.
People are, "You're crazy." Remember Pittsburgh signed him that offseason to an extension, made him the highest paid wide receiver in the league. 2017 comes, he's good. 2018, then the explosion of those contracts in the offseason before the 2018 season started. The grumblings already started that he had went back and wanted more money.
Is that when Galladay got paid?
Yeah, when Galladay and all them, Christian Kirk, all them, he went back
Christian
saying he
Kirk
wanted more
and
money, and the
Galladay.
Steelers like, "Bro, we just made you the highest paid. We can't help that somebody went higher,"
That's the game.
and
now,
that's
though.
where the dissension with AB came with.
That's the game. Devontae Adams contract.
My
Green Bay.
apologies, Oscar. I apologize on behalf of the Giants because that was disgusting.
Yeah, We clowned you enough about that deal.
We've moved on.
Listen,
from that, but that's
because
what
of that,
I hate it.
Listen,
dude. I
That's
hate
the
it.
chain reaction.
That's
from
that. You know, when
you no
people
longer
make
owe us.
fun of
You no
Giants-
longer have to apologize because the Arizona Cardinals went out and just topped you and gave $100 million the following year to Christian Kirk, which was crazy. And then to top it off,
Was that the following year?
The
I think it was like 2 years later or something.
then
like that.
Cleveland
Adams
Browns.
got paid after that.
The Cleveland Browns turned around and gave Deshaun Watson
A
a fully
A
guaranteed
contract that will
contract.
never happen again.
Gave the
Yeah.
Texans 3 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a 4th-round pick
Yeah, a contract that you'll never
that
see.
they've turned into
A
Will
trade you'll
Anderson,
never see.
C.J. Stroud.
Number one defense in the league.
Who's the safety? I'm drawing a blank. He
Not
got
the safety,
paid.
It's the single
Stingley.
Yeah,
I said single
Stingley.
And where are the Browns? Still in the perennial dumps.
Still in the slums. They beat the Bengals this year though. They rattled off.
Meanwhile, we got
good
people talking about
moments.
Shador should start next year. There was nothing I saw on film that made me think he's got to be the
Guys,
unquestioned
they've got
starter.
like 9 quarterbacks.
I think he should start.
You're nuts.
Yeah,
I
think he
think-
should start.
I'd start. You know why I'd start him?
What else do they got to lose?
Let me tell you why I'd start him. I could be a part of the Archie Manning sweepstakes the following year.
Exactly, though. There's only 2 things that are going to happen. You either involved in the Archie Manning sweepstakes, or you look like a genius because the kid comes out and just lights it up. Those are the only 2 things that
happen.
happen.
You even win summer training camp though. Like if you can't even beat
I'm
out
not a big.
Gabriel
I'm
again,
not a big
He already
ESPN.
beat out.
Watson.
See,
Listen,
you
I'm
guys
not-
really think
Gabriel
Gabriel's a
got
better
hurt.
quarterback than
No,
Sanders?
no.
Okay.
Quinshon Judkins.
Gabriel
Hold
got
on, hold
hurt.
time out.
If
don't
Gabriel
care.
Time out.
doesn't
I don't
get
care.
hurt, he's still the starting quarterback. Shador
But
doesn't
that's
get
not
that
on
shot.
Shador. That's
Time out.
that's on the staff. And
Quinshon
They-
Judkins
they
had better
chose
numbers
Gabriel.
with Dylan Gabriel than he had with Shador Sanders.
What does
They're-
that
they're
mean?
technically
They
a
were
better
more.
offense.
They were better. They were
The
running the offense better.
Oh, I watched this guy trip over his own 2
You're
feet
saying
and
that for
sack
fantasy
himself on
purposes. You're
Sunday.
saying that for fantasy purposes.
He sacked himself and then came out and got sacked again the very following play.
Who, Sanders?
Yeah.
Dude,
Listen, he's a
yes,
rookie, bro.
The Cleveland Browns beat the Pittsburgh
What
Steelers
the-
only
we're-
because
we're acting
DK
like
Metcalf didn't play.
This is a kid who came out of college.
Shador
lighting it up.
Sanders' touchdown pass to Harold Fanning should have been intercepted. Can we all agree on that? How the DB just
I just don't think it's a foregone conclusion.
because
that
even
should
he went
be
when
the starter.
Fanning caught it, he went like this.
I think they should compete for the starting job. He's not
Hell
good
yeah.
enough to take the job.
Hell yeah.
You should show
Should
that
they
you can
compete for the job? Sure, but I don't. He's the
It
better
shouldn't just be
quarterback, so
yours.
he's gonna win it.
If
To me,
he
he's gonna
was, then
win it.
how did Dylan Gabriel beat him out in the training camp
Well,
last
he
year?
can prove
I don't
it.
think he did.
He can prove it
I don't
by
think he
winning
did.
it
I
this
think
year.
everything that went down this year with the staff and front office treating that kid the way they did, I think proves.
They're gonna start Watson. All right, that's what they're.
I
gonna
mean,
come out
honestly,
and-
that might be the case here because they're
They're
paying him
gonna start
$250 million.
It's not gonna be
So-
about Gabriel.
let's-
It's not gonna be about.
He would
Sanders.
listen.
We're over here
gonna
having
be
yelling at
so
each other.
wild.
Shador Sanders was so legendary. He had the worst QBR ever for a rookie.
ever. In
Ever.
history of football.
Ever.
Oh my god!
Ever.
I mean, we're acting like
I'm
he
not
came
saying he
out of-
can't get better. He can
Ah,
get better.
yeah, I don't think
Nah,
he can
yeah,
get better.
he can get better. I think he will get better.
Stefanski
but-
didn't want him. Duh.
Yo, what if they hire his dad, bro? You think they're setting that up?
Oh my gosh.
Like
That
hiring
would be
Deion
hire
Sanders
his
to
dad.
the Browns?
Please
No,
hire
that would be
his
crazy.
dad.
That would
Like-
be a little crazy.
You don't think they're like they've thought of that already in
They
there?
probably
Like,
have.
Why not?
No, they've had the conversation.
Just have that
Go ahead, hire him.
headline,
Oscar would love that
the
shit.
Michael Scott headline.
Oscar would eat that shit up like the Matthew Tackles,
Like,
boy.
think about
Every
it.
time the Steelers beat the Cleveland Browns, I'm doing the primetime dance.
Deion as the
And
new,
y'all can videotape and get me trending worldwide.
he's a guy that nobody's talking about yet, but look at everything and how it's playing out. Look where his son is.
Colorado sucks.
Yeah.
Let's get into that.
I mean, they sucked when he was there too, bro. It's not like, that's what I'm
They-
saying. It's not like
they were
Shador
a
was
good
the
team.
greatest college
They
quarterback to
didn't.
ever step foot on the turf.
He's just a
It's
star
not like,
that
you know,
became a college head
but
coach.
I do think he's better than Dylan Gabriel. I do think he'll beat Dylan Gabriel in an honest QB camp with a new coach and staff and everything like that.
Got another
I
shot
think
this
that.
year.
I don't think Shador Sanders was the number 3 overall pick. I think he fell a little too far, but I think he should have been a day 2 or 3
The guy that played for the Colts, Sunday's better than Shador Sanders.
I don't think so.
They really got like 5 quarterbacks out there right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I do.
Watson is going to be the QB1.
Riley Leonard, right? That kid?
Leonard with the Colts.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That kid was balling, bro. Like I was
That's a
watching
game.
that game. I
But
was
we've
like,
seen Shador have a game too.
I'll
so-
take Will Howard over Shador Sanders.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't. You don't believe that, bro.
Yes, I
In
do.
your heart, you don't believe that.
I don't think he's a good quarterback.
he can get better. Right now,
I'm not
though,
saying, but see, I'm not saying he's a good quarterback, but I don't think he's that bad neither.
he's done nothing
I
to
think
win
he's
the
better
job.
than
Is the
Will
best
Howard.
way to put
No,
it.
I don't think he's that
Like,
bad, dude. I don't think.
When I saw him trip over his own 2 feet,
I think he's a legit young quarterback, rookie quarterback.
My
He
man
needs
sacked
to learn
himself
how
and
to play
forced
the
a fumble
position.
on himself.
He needs to learn how to play. His dad was a cornerback. What was his dad teaching him?
he's not better.
His dad,
I don't think he's better than Cam Ward. I don't think he's better than Jackson Dart. I don't even think he's better than Tyler Shutt.
Cam Ward
These
was
are all
my
people
favorite.
in his draft class.
No,
This is
Cam
his
Ward
draft.
was
definitely not
by
better than
far my
Tyler
favorite
Shutt.
quarterback coming into last year's draft. By far, I wanted Cam Ward on my team 100% over Jackson Dart. I didn't even want the Giants to trade for Jackson Dart.
Riley Leonard is part of that class too.
Yes, he was.
Leonard,
Yeah, no, he
Riley
was.
Leonard's part of that little group.
But yeah, I mean, Shador's not better than the top guys and some of the guys who went before him. He's not better than Shuck. He's not better than Dart. He's not better than Ward. But I think he is better than
He's
Gabriel.
better than the guy in Minnesota. Brosmer.
9.
He's better
He's not better than 9.
I don't know.
And I give 9 a lot of shit.
I think that's where
you gotta be
I
kidding
think
me.
that's where you
Oscar.
can fairly compare because I saw 9 do
gotta
some
be
wacky
kidding me.
shit, bro.
Yeah,
Nine
but
You're
is- nine is
taking
nasty,
9 over
like-
Sanders.
huh?
You're taking McCarthy over Sanders.
I might,
Equals.
yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They're equal. Shador
I
9
almost
to me.
regret taking
How you
McCarthy.
do with
I think I
Josh
regret taking
Prescott.
McCarthy over Sanders in DOA. I took McCarthy early.
I'd rather have Sanders.
At least you didn't take Sanders over
'cause that's a
Jackson
long-term
Dart.
play. Yeah, Matthew. Remember the team Matthew had in Kingpins? Before everything?
Before he did
that was
everything?
a great team. The team that never
He
was.
probably would have won the
The team that
championship.
never got
It'd
a
have probably been
championship.
the two of them in the championship.
Honestly, yeah.
The team that never
The
was.
team that never was.
It was. Yeah,
Like, it was there, but it wasn't. Like he had it, but then he
For a
didn't.
month and a half, he's on top. Dude, I just found out today that Cooper DeJean is dating Nikki Bella. That's been going on
Yeah.
for a little bit.
He's 22 and she's 42.
Shit, for real?
Cougar, yeah, she's Cougar young. He's living his life, man.
She don't look
Right.
42.
Hey, it's always
No,
after Eagles.
When you have
but
money,
good job.
you can always look young.
Yeah, she looks better now than she did before.
Yeah.
Just
Already
like
said-
Trish. How does Trish Stratus look better now than she did?
But she's
I
doing
don't
all
know
this
how that's
modeling shit
physically
now.
possible.
Like she's got more
That's
opportunities.
That's
now than
crazy,
ever.
right? When you see her now, you're like,
She got a second
she
career.
looks, yeah, she looks amazing. She looks amazing. She looks good.
Like she was able to, and she's from Toronto, so out there it's like you got that Bret Hart effect. Like there's you're great in America and out there you're
Right.
treated like
maple
a god.
syrup for your pancakes.
Oh, Bret Hart would be offended right now if you talk like that. He'd be disgusted by
Yeah,
this
he would.
filthy podcast. This podcast is nothing more than mental porn.
I bet you have Bill Goldberg. I bet you have Bill Goldberg on this show before me, huh? Bill Goldberg.
You guys have never put on a hold. Let me put you in the sharpshooter. I'd like to kick you in the head. you,
Try lacing my
you
boots.
bitter man. Oh man.
Man, he's not bitter, but just think about it, bro. You're 44 years old. You probably got one more good payday, probably one more good run in you. This dude kicks you, who's green as hell. You told him, please don't hurt me.
You didn't like him anyway.
He still kicks the shit out of you, not once,
Yeah,
but
Kicking his
twice.
shit, dog.
Ends your career.
And you wrestled after
Your
that.
contract's about to end in a year. I'm pretty sure if he never gets hurt, he worked something out with Vince McMahon.
This is before CTE.
Because
and
of
all
Goldberg,
Right.
that. So he's out
Goldberg
there
took
wrestling
away.
after that. kick in the
Goldberg
head.
took away from me Kurt Angle versus Bret Hart.
Yeah, that's
That was going to
that's
happen.
WrestleMania, dog.
Bret Hart versus The Rock.
Yeah.
Hell, we
Bret
might have gotten
Shawn.
Bret
Bret
versus
Shawn.
Shawn all over again.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot, Bill.
Now, Kurt versus Brett would have been a crazy matchup.
That's the dream match everybody wanted and never got.
That would have.
In some other multiverse, it happened. And
If
our
I would've-
counterparts in the multiverse are right now doing their podcast talking about how amazing of a match that was.
Honestly, it's a match like that probably would have kept me a fucking
Kurt Angle,
wrestling fan.
to me,
You know what I'm
Kurt
saying?
Angle's
Little
top
things like
5
that.
dead or alive, bro. I don't know.
Kurt Angle?
Kurt Angle's top 5 dead or alive to me.
Yeah.
Kurt
nah,
Angle
but
was the
everything-
man.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
with
my dad would be
everything,
upset
bro.
that I wouldn't include a lot of the '80s guys, but it's hard for me because I just didn't watch a lot of those '80s guys. But
Like me,
I
growing
respect
up,
them. I love and respect them, though. Definitely love and respect the '80s guys. I just can't put.
Bro,
it's hard for me to
Kurt
put them
Angle
on
and
my
Hulk
top
Hogan were able to put on a good match.
five. Right.
Kurt Angle can wrestle
Right.
anybody.
I mean,
Man.
yeah, Angle was.
Bro, he has the
amazing,
privilege
bro.
to this day to say, I tapped out Hulk Hogan. Hulk
Bro,
Hogan
him
never
and,
tapped out for nobody, bro.
Him and Benoit, Royal Rumble 2003.
Oh yes.
Beat that.
Yeah.
They went in on that shit, bro.
Then we got
it
that
was
standing
amazing.
ovation. And then 4 years later, we found out what kind of a monster he was. But yeah, there's a
He
lot
out
of
to the Browns. Look out for that one. You probably heard that first. If you hear the talking heads speaking on that one for a couple weeks from now,
just remember where you heard.
Remember where you heard it first.
Remember where you heard.
To those of you who do tune in.
You think Spagnuolo's going to really leave Kansas City?
No, I don't think he gets another head coaching job, man. And I don't think it makes sense for him to just go to another team and do defensive coordinator when he has a good.
You think somebody's going to be crazy enough to hire Charles Nagy?
Matt Nagy?
Maybe.
I mean, Nagy.
Charles
Nagy. Charles Nagy. I'm thinking about the pitcher from the Cleveland Indians.
I knew who you meant, but maybe
Matt Nagy will get hired by the Atlanta Falcons or something.
I hope not.
Well, they need a GM and a head coach. Ravens need an OC and a head coach. It's like,
I mean, I think those guys should just stay in Kansas
like
City,
next
man.
year. I know with Tomlin most likely coming back. I know Arthur Smith's going nowhere because he got 1 year left on his contract. But the DC has no years left. Like, we're gonna have to get a DC. I would love to have either Raheem Morris, who's now free, and guess who else is free that I would love to have? B-Flow, Brian Flores.
I like that.
He's a free agent. He did not sign a contract extension with the Vikings.
Come be our coach, bro. Screw the DC.
That's
We got a DC already. Bernard Wilson.
That's who Noli wants
Be our
in Dallas is Brian Flores.
Just coaches help
He
us.
ain't gonna mix with Jerry. Jerry's probably one of the ones leading that whole thing about we're not going to give him any money in this lawsuit.
Like in Tennessee, we'll fire you, but we'll also let you run roughshod while you're there. You know, like until it's like, all right,
it's your shit. But watch yourself.
Yeah, like it's your
I mean,
shit.
at the end
We
of the
won't
day,
interfere. You won't see me on
Brian
camera.
Flores
but
is
we won't fire your
vindicated
ass.
because he told the world before everybody, like, Tua sucks.
He told everybody, bro. And he was right.
He was.
He rattled off 5 wins with the Vikings with 9. And Bronsmer, who was that kid? That's the other kid from that class.
Brosmer.
Sheesh.
I know he wasn't the head coach, but his defense smothered the shit out of people the last half of the year. I didn't realize how good that defense was this year.
It was more the front seven because their DB still needs some help. But no, they did. That defense played good the second.
They virtually ended the Lions season.
Yeah.
They barely scored any points.
And
to do it.
kudos to Kevin O'Connell. Hell of a year, bro. Quarterback carousel, all this, and you finished 9-8.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
a tough job by him. It was definitely a tough
Carson
job.
Wentz almost killing himself to go out there. Like,
Yeah.
yo, they lost a lot of like one-score games.
Yeah, you give
They didn't
O'Connell
finish in last place.
Nope, the Detroit Lions did.
O'Connell just needs a decent quarterback, somebody who can just not turn the ball over.
He had one,
Like
but
a
they
Sam
let him
Darnold.
walk.
No, they had 2 of them and let him walk.
If they had
Sam
Sam
Darnold and
Darnold,
Daniel Jones.
they win like 11 games. The
Probably.
Vikings are in the playoffs
Maybe 12.
right now.
Maybe 12. I was
Like,
gonna say maybe
they do
12.
what they did just now, and they'd be scoring, and you'd see Justin Jefferson be Justin Jefferson on the other side of the football.
Oh my
They
God.
just didn't want to pay him that $100 million. That's what it comes down
And
to.
look at you now.
You know what though?
One quarterback
if Sam
away.
Darnold don't go to Seattle, JSN isn't JSN. How different
That's
would
crazy.
this year be?
Maybe Gino doesn't
How
leave.
crazy!
he's
Like
going.
Chris would have been in my spot if Darnold stays in Minnesota. Justin Jefferson probably has the
Well,
craziest
JSN
year.
ain't do shit the last month of the season, really.
Last 2.5 games.
His boom weeks were,
Right.
you know.
I know what I had him too, Mike.
Well, but he's still even the one
Mike,
game 2 weeks ago where he
the
did
week-
nothing.
the-
He still
the-
finished
the-
with 18 points.
The
Granted, they all came in the fourth quarter.
the
but
first
still, he
week
finished with
wild
18
card
points.
game. Was it the wild card game or divisional round? It was divisional round. 25 points, bro. 20 points. You know why I got 25? 5 points for a fucking bonus for 100 yards.
Hey man,
There was
got
no
it.
bonuses for that. I had a 19-point game from JSN, who was consistently giving me like 25, 30 a game.
I get it, but it's still 19.
Well, don't spoil me.
The Seahawks are what the Vikings could have been.
The only reason
Sam
I won
Darnold
that-
Right.
has
The only
put-
reason I won that playoff game is because Rivers got picked and Steichen took everybody out.
Oh,
And Goodson came in. I remember Elon texted me. He goes,
what a-
Goodson?
Oh, yeah,
what a sweat. 'Cause I was going against JT and Purdy. So when I saw Goodson running the ball, I was like, "Yo, I'm about to win."
And then Matthew texted it in
About
the
to
system
win.
because he had a bet on JT, and then
And
he
me
took
and
him
Matt were
out.
playing each other in the semis, and he had JT and Brock.
It would have been
Oh,
me and Matt
man.
in the Elite Eight, right?
Might have been. It was very
He'd
close
have
to
whooped my
happening.
ass.
The minute Brock Purdy threw that
You seen that, when
interception,
Matthew seen that, he
everything
was sick.
changed.
He was like, I should have won all these fucking leagues.
You
He fumbled the bag and sick picks really bad though. I told him he had to make a trade, man. He needed a trade for I mean, he traded for a quarterback, which he needed,
It was
and it
tough
helped
making
him.
trades
That
this
was a
year.
good trade.
There
but
weren't as
he
many
needed a
trades
running
this
back.
year.
So
No, there wasn't. Everybody was kind of scared to make trades.
we pretty much covered all the coaches. What about the games this weekend?
Let's break them down. We got 2 on Saturday. Rams
First game up.
going to Carolina. 10.5 point favorites.
Alex says that the
taking the
Rams,
Rams.
he pretty much said what you said. Don't play with your food.
They're not going to mess
Just-
around this
just-
time,
just-
I don't think.
Do them in. I
They
was
got
like,
Devontae Adams back
I'm
for this one.
not so skeptical. Like, yo, what if, like, we were here a month ago,
And we've seen him do it.
and I said on the other side, what the hell's going on?
Yep.
Because
We've seen him do
early
it.
on, they had a big lead, and it just kept shrinking and kept shrinking. And I'm just sitting there going, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Carolina ruins those spread bets for a lot of people this week.
They might. That money
Like
line
Matt
ain't worth
LaFleur
shit,
did last week when he decided to kick a field goal with no reason.
Yeah. I swear, it's
though.
almost like they know.
He's a-
It's like they know, bro. Really, it
and
almost.
their line is 1.5, which we'll get to after this game because that's disgusting in itself. But
I don't even think I want to watch that game.
it's on Prime, which makes me not want to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm
It's
going
on
to watch it
Amazon Prime.
because I put my bet for my nun guy anytime.
I'm going to need something out of every game.
I
know
picked
what mean?
I
And
picked
it's
6
Chicago versus
touchdowns.
Green
I
Bay.
picked six touchdown scores in each game. I sent it into the system, so I will
I
be
don't
paying
think
attention to
I
these
forget who I
games.
picked for that game. I gotta check.
I forget what. I did Puka for the Rams Panthers game. So I'm gonna know
Excuse
Puka doesn't get a touchdown. My whole parlay's cooked, and I'm done for the year.
I feel like the fact that
I am done gambling. I'm only gonna bet on King of the Court Tuesdays.
the fact
That is it.
the fact that the Rams and Panthers are playing the first game out of the wild card shows you how the NFL feels about it. Like, we need to just get this shit out the way because
Right.
the Panthers are just an eyesore. Them being here right now,
They should have been
is
Monday
gross. And Texans always play Saturday. Texans, look back at the Texans' history in the playoffs. Texans are a Saturday playoff team. This is the first time that they're not playing on Saturday.
Gotta
Instead,
be.
they start off with this game with the highest total spread in NFL history. There's never been a playoff game with this spread.
So
a spread
what
this
are the
large.
Rams plus what?
The Rams are now minus 10.5. They are favored by 10.5 points right now.
That's a high spread.
Carolina
for a
could easily
playoff team.
ruin
Yeah,
this.
I think
I would not bet that.
I
They
think
need
the
to just
smart
win by
play
2
is to take
touchdowns.
Carolina, man. Really, I think.
I would
that
take-
spread.
I would take
I
Carolina's-
think they might really get their ass beat.
I would take
it's so like
If you
what
take
like
Carolina,
this way,
listen.
this way.
If you take Carolina the plus 10.5, and they only lose by a field goal, you win.
Right.
Yeah,
Even
you-
if they
you
lose
win,
by a
you
touchdown,
win.
you win.
I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
That's
I think
the thing.
They cover the
The
spread.
Rams should beat them by 2 scores.
You get
They
Devontae
really
Adams
should.
back.
And they
for this
should have done
one.
it a month ago.
They didn't
should
have
did it a
Adams.
month ago.
And
They
here
didn't have Devontae.
and the Rams are hurt. The
Well, now-
Rams
well, they're
offensive
getting-
line is bad.
It's banged up. They're getting
The
Adams back.
defensive secondary is trash.
Offensive
It is
line
a
is
little
banged
trash,
up,
a
but you
little-
get Adams back and he covers a lot of that.
But Bryce Young and them boys are still wet behind the
Adams
ears.
is back.
I was
should've
just
bet
saying that.
Adams.
Devontae Adams is
Yeah,
back.
Why did
now.
I bet Puka?
They didn't have Adams
Because
coming
once
out
they get to
him.
the 3-yard line, he's going to drop back,
But
play
Puka
action
can still
pass.
catch a 40-yard
The
ball.
real touchdown vulture is back. His
Yeah,
name is
right.
Devontae Adams.
Right,
This
right.
man was on a tear early in the season.
Devontae-
Did you guys know Devontae Adams is the only player in NFL history to lead the league in touchdowns on 3 different teams?
He did it with Oakland.
Wow.
He did it with Oakland, he did it with Green
Green
Bay,
Bay.
and did it this year with the
Wow.
I didn't think he was going to be good this year. I thought he would be average.
He's great.
I didn't think
I
he was
got
going to
him
be at this
2
level.
or 3 leagues.
Like
out of the
so
12.
so here's where I
Great.
thought he was. Like here's below average, here's average, above average, here's elite. I thought he was going to be like average.
Right.
He went to
He
a
was
great
still above
situation.
average. He's not an elite wide receiver anymore, but he's an above average wide receiver.
But he
Yeah,
showed
no.
he's the best wide receiver 2 to have.
Yeah,
Yes.
what
he
he
is the
showed,
2,
yes.
and you know what?
Like,
He's
when you
cool
have
with
a
it.
Puka and a Stafford,
Yeah,
He's
like-
cool with it, and that's what's.
oh yeah,
that's what
he's
people need to
adjusted to.
understand.
He understands where he's at in his career. He's adjusted to his age, and he plays accordingly, dude.
Most
He's one of the
receivers
best route
aren't
runners we've
gonna-
ever seen.
Most receivers aren't going to go to a team and be a guy who had success like that. Say, I'm going to be 2.
Well, he's been through a
Right.
lot. He's been on the Raiders. He's been on the Jets. He went to 2 of the worst places.
Being
so
on
now
the
to
Jets
be on
will
the
humble
Rams,
anybody. So
now coming back and you're in LA now with the Rams, a competitive.
I mean, look at Aaron
organization,
Rodgers.
like that.
This is the most humble I've ever seen Aaron Rodgers in
I
my
agree.
life.
I
That'll
agree.
change
He still shows
The
his
Jets will change you.
assholeness.
It's
Oh,
traumatizing.
that shit will change. how you go to
That's
the
like
next team. and
that's
you're
like when
great.
Jake
gotta-
Roberts
yes,
was
you gotta
taking the Ultimate
appreciate the
Warrior
crap.
through the snake thing.
Trust me. Bro, it's true, bro. Devontae was a dog
Dude,
this
I
year.
heard a fan call the radio, and they were like, they let Glenn send Rodgers to Pittsburgh, and he's in the playoffs, and we're not. That's all I got to say. You guys have a good day.
Think about this.
Snapping on
This
Glenn.
is how messed up the Jets were. They had that man fly from California to the Jets.
Supposedly Woody made him do that. Supposedly.
Yeah,
a lot of people are
Aaron had that,
blaming. Yeah, a lot of people are blaming Aaron Glenn for that, but supposedly it was Woody.
He got there just for 20 minutes later to leave to be told,
for Aaron
yeah,
to
we're
tell him
done.
that. Yep.
He goes, oh, do you want to still play quarterback? And Aaron's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. He goes, you sure? Yeah. He goes, well, we're going in a different direction. Aaron goes, I'm looking at him like, y'all couldn't tell me this shit over the phone? You had to fly me over the country to do this shit?
That's why a team like that with 5 first-round picks doesn't mean anything to me, because what are you going to do with it besides screw it up?
Oh
Like
yeah,
everything else
no,
you've done?
there's no
If
confidence.
anything, I feel like even though the Colts gave up 2 picks to get Sauce, they're going to be in a better spot than them with him.
Maybe.
I think the Cowboys are going to be in a way better spot with Quinn and Williams than them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were losing with Quinton and Sauce anyway, so the trades made sense, and I don't think anybody was going to offer 2-1s for Sauce. So as soon as they offered that, you got to.
I mean, if somebody offers me 2-1s for a cornerback, yeah, I'm
you got to
taking it.
take it. You got to take it.
So
I mean, I don't
Rams across the board.
Rams.
Across the board.
yeah.
Matt Stafford.
I'll probably take the
spread.
I'm going to
Panthers on
say
the
Matt
spread.
Stafford between 250 to 290 through the air, 2 touchdowns.
I hate betting on passing yards these days.
I
My
think
favorite
Kyron
play
gets
is
about 80
Devontae
rushing.
anytime. And I kind of like Devontae Adams receiving yards.
I'm going to say
53.5
Puka
right now.
anytime because I already bet him.
Any of those. Yeah, I did it too. I bet Puka also. So Puka, Kyron, Devontae, any of those guys are in play.
Maybe if I wake up Saturday morning feeling good, I'll just upload another 25 to the account and do a new one.
Matt Stafford 2 passing touchdowns.
From now to Saturday, I might bet Tyler Higbee for it anytime because he's back, and Tyler Higbee is a nice price.
Oh, yeah,
he's in the way. He's definitely in the way. So anybody who's expecting anything from Parkinson still,
Well, this will be Higbee's last season. I think he'll get cut because that kid Ferguson.
they had a couple. They had a couple tight ends.
Parkinson.
Yeah, so they got a rotation already. We saw what life would be like after Higbee, and it doesn't look that bad. So the Rams are going to be
Ferguson's
all right.
a good option to have.
So Rams advance. Next game we've got in Chicago.
Listen, I'm going
Biggest
to
game in
I'm
Soldier
going to tell you
Field.
guys who I'm going to say is going to win now and get it over with because I don't want to. I don't want either one of these.
Biggest
teams.
He's not ready to say it. Come on, say it.
We know who.
I know who's saying it.
I think it's the Bears, man.
Ah!
I think the Bears do it.
I think the Bears.
Is that what
beat
you
the
want?
Packers, man.
That's what you needed, right?
The biggest.
That's what you wanted, right?
the biggest win for Chicago.
Come on, let's go.
Oh
Since what, the
my
shuffle?
god,
1985?
dude! Admitting the Bears winning a playoff game this year makes me so angry.
Yo,
Beating Green Bay.
the
in
best part was
Chicago.
at the end when he looked at it and goes, all right, let's go. We're leaving.
Where you guys blew the lead to Chicago.
Matt was just like this.
this guy's Houdini.
Yo, nothing. Matt was just like this.
The Bears were covering.
Like Matt
spreads
did
that
not
day.
know how to
That was
react.
cool.
Nothing.
That was
Meanwhile,
so
me and Elon are
angry.
watching the game, and you just see Brian Daboll's face like,
What was that? Bears
I'm
plus
a dead
3?
man
I think it was. I think it was Bears plus 3. That's how you cover a spread right there. You not only covered, but you come back and win the freaking game on a last-minute drive.
that's what you needed,
Singing-
right?
That's where the Manungai song. Manungai.
Manungai.
That's
That
where-
was the debut of the song. Because
That
all of
game-
us took a Manungai anytime.
Yeah, we did,
Manungai.
we
So we all needed it. Well, it got out of hand for you when Caleb Williams scored the touchdown because that's where it was like
set me
you
off,
lost the
dog.
lead,
Yo,
you lost the
That
game.
just set-
Mikey was like, who the hell does this guy think he is, Big Ben?
Yeah, he was just shouting whatever. Bro.
That's so angry, man.
Yo,
Going
that
through
shit
the
was
motions.
crazy. We didn't have Alexi here that day.
Was he here?
I don't
Nah,
think
he
so.
wasn't.
Yeah, I don't think he was that day.
I think
that was a fun one.
Raymar was here. I think Raymar did the hot tag, and he was here.
That was a
day.
fun one in the lounge. The Bears Giants game on the. I don't want to see this team on the big TV anymore.
Take this shit off.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about this game. Like I said, I'm probably not even going to watch it, but I do think the Bears come out on top.
I think the
because
Bears are
I
going
don't-
to run all over them.
I don't trust
They
Jordan
won it
Love.
all
I don't
over.
trust
Supposed to
his
snow.
wide receiver 2s
Bro,
and 3s that he has.
I
over there.
watched Brosmer and the Vikings manhandle them guys. And I don't want to hear, oh, their starters didn't play.
Well,
I watched Derrick
That's the
Henry.
thing. Jordan Love isn't
Is he
100%.
100%?
Josh
Derrick
Jacobs
Henry
isn't
last
100%.
Derrick Henry 2 weeks ago. That was the healthy pack. That was this Packers starting defense on the field. And he just destroyed them.
Right.
3 weeks before when they played the Bears on Christmas the Christmas parade, the party we had, the 20th.
They ran them down.
They ran all over them too. DeAndre
That's what
Swift,
they wanted
Manung
to
guy.
No
Like,
Michael Parsons. I mean, I'm not putting no stock into the Packers, man. It's hard to.
they're
I really don't want the
are-
Bears winning, but it's hard to put stock.
Their
into the
Bears are
Packers.
1.5 point favorites right now. The line switched from Bears underdogs to now Bears being favored -1.5.
I wonder what
Packers
happened.
plus 1.5.
I think the
now that we're getting
Bears.
closer to game time, people are looking at the rosters and being like, "Ugh."
That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
this-
what
I think
did.
I think Manungai and Swift combined for 150 plus on the ground.
Might be more.
I
dude.
think they both get touchdowns. I think it might be like the Eagles game on Black Friday, how they both went over 100.
That's exactly how the
right.
Bears will
Right.
win.
That's what I think.
And I think
the
that's how it
formula for
goes.
them to win.
Yeah.
And you know what
Yeah.
that means? That means the team that plays the next day at 1:00 is who?
The team that plays at 1 is going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay,
hosting
because-
the Buffalo Bills.
The team that plays at 4 then, that decided the rest of their starters to say fuck the second seed,
Niners,
is going to have to go to Cleveland. I mean, go to Chicago.
Niners, Eagles.
That's crazy.
The Atlanta Hawks are trading four-time Trey Young to the Washington Wizards.
CJ
For CJ
McCollum, Corey Crisp. Yeah, that was something.
Get
that
him out of here!
Shout out
Fuck
to
Trey
Rose.
Young.
Rose always bringing
That's-
news while we're breaking down.
That is
the,
not
Thank you,
something
Rob.
to
We
beat the
appreciate
world
that, man.
down.
Thank
That's
you.
a terrible.
I mean, hey, that was his preferred option. The Wizards will pay you. That's one thing we know.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that relationship is similar to Kyler Murray in Arizona, was getting to the point where we're reaching a splitting of the ways. Let's get what we can. The we can is Corey Crisper and CJ McCollum. And now Trey Young becomes the starting point guard for a team that is nowhere closer to winning now than they were 10 to 15 years
You went from
ago.
one bad team. You must have just got the notification from yours.
Yeah, Sleeper is sending it out to everybody now at this point.
Yeah. Chicago's going to be hosting another playoff game next weekend.
That city is gonna go crazy. The fact because for them, like
To beat Green Bay in the playoffs,
they had to do that. They had to get that skeleton out of their closet. There's no way through the playoffs without having taken care of business. And business is the team that has historically owned you for the entirety of your existence.
I heard somebody on I forget what radio station Lily had her on. I don't know if it was Dallas or ESPN New York, but they asked the question of who needs to win the most in these playoffs. And the girl said the Bills and the guy said the Bears. And he said the Bears because that Ben Johnson, before the season came out, and he said one of the reasons that he picked the Bears to coach was that he likes beating Matt LaFleur twice.
Yeah,
a year.
he's planting the seeds.
And he only
for
split with him
yeah.
so far in the regular season. So he
This
needs
is
to
it.
come out and
You gotta
beat
beat him
Matt
twice.
LaFleur, beat him twice.
They got the
to
better
kinda-
if I was and here's another thing.
They're pissed about losing. week
He's not
18
the
too.
listen. We keep talking about McDermott getting cut. Matt LaFleur's name's getting listed too if they
Yes.
lose
Yes.
as a guy who could be on the way out.
Come back to Tennessee, bro. Let's try it
That's
again.
what I was seeing the Titans
Yeah.
Twitter
Try it
pages
again.
Yeah, I can see
clamoring for that.
Now you get to run things the way you want to run it instead of being sitting up in the suite.
Right.
Call your shot.
I can see that happening.
You know. The Wiz has some good young core.
I don't believe it.
I haven't been watching a lot of the NBA.
Yeah,
this
no,
year.
I
My
I
life
mean,
has
I've been
gotten
keeping
better.
up.
I
I
keep
don't
up with
watch
the-
it,
I
but
keep
I've
up
been
with the
keeping up.
Rockets. I keep up with the Rockets. I
I'll
get
pay
it.
attention to the NBA after February
After the All-Star break.
what
So
6th, 7th after the Super Bowl.
I say after the All-Star break.
I think it was truly a good idea to not start the basketball league back up because it gave us all time to just kind of
Yeah,
catch up
Yeah,
with
man.
ourselves.
I'm okay if we never do it again.
Because we're still
You don't want to do it again?
I'm
I'll do
okay
it.
if we never
I'll
do
come
it
back.
again.
I'll do it if you do it.
'Cause
next
I
year.
feel
I'll
so-
I want to try and bring it back.
I'm in a
I felt
basketball
so,
league now where
like-
I don't check it, but like I'll
Relieved
for
that I didn't have to
Supreme
pay
Ballers,
attention to two
To
different.
another,
like
another sport. Yeah, I get
fantasy
that.
football
I
this year
get
took
that,
a
man.
lot out of me.
the championships were.
No, this
Exhausted.
year was
I'm
crazy, dude.
exhausted.
Honestly, this year was different.
I feel like
from
I was
fantasy
playing. Mentally, I was drained.
football.
bro.
No, it was a lot this year, man.
Like my
It was a lot.
wife noticed the difference in me this past weekend, where she was like, "What the hell?" I was only worried about the Steelers. Like everything else, I didn't give a shit about.
Right. You don't have to worry about shit. Yeah.
All their 17 weeks, you're just go. And I was
locked in on fantasy.
I was
So
so
I was like wild. I wanted to do this year.
It'll be back.
It was
I'll
tough
be
this
back
year,
in
man. I'm not gonna lie.
I
And
was-
honestly, I reached out. I sent messages in the league, and not everybody responded. You know what I'm saying? So
even
there was
Crystal
nothing I
told
could
me,
do
like,
about
"Yo,
that.
you've been on edge for the last 2 weeks."
I had 6 teams make
It
the
was
playoffs.
stressful.
Like I had to
bro.
lock
It
in.
was stressful.
Like
And you know, the leagues that we all won, we really wanted it,
they were the ones we wanted.
and that's why I think that's why the stress levels were high this season.
That's why we won them because we were locked in.
Yeah, nah,
I said
yeah,
before the year, if I'm gonna win a league, it's got to be True Legends, and y'all are my witnesses.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
I'm pissed I lost that. I'm pissed I didn't get that. I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm a greedy individual, but I'm also satisfied with the fact that I got what I wanted for the last 10 freaking years.
Yeah, I get that.
It's
dude.
finally mine.
We each have to sacrifice a
And there's
championship
no
for a
one.
championship.
Right.
There's
Right.
no one that can never take that shit away from me. I don't want to hear shit about two quarterbacks. Get the quarterback police. Do whatever you got to do. You don't want to be in the league. Get the fuck out. We'll find
The
other
quarterback
people that want to
police caused this. This is all because of
anything
you
like
guys.
I keep saying. The quarterbacks don't even have bonus points like that. They got a 40-yard pass is 4 extra points. Like, so I don't want to hear. And in Nick's league, touchdown passes are still 4 points.
That's
All the
crazy.
money sports in Elite 8, they're 6.
Yeah,
I don't
have
give a
it
shit.
6 to all my leagues.
Yeah,
I
like
have
the
it
6
set to
points.
There's still
6
4.
points per touchdown is the right way. I feel like.
Nobody
Old
deserves
school
to be
is
a wizard.
I was
more than Trae Young,
stressed.
aka Patch Adams.
I was stressed the last 2 weeks, and I
It was a
feel
lot.
so much better. And then it didn't help, not this past, the Sunday before, watching the Steelers just blow their load in Cleveland.
Right.
I was furious. You guys were here. You think I want to lose to that team?
Browns had a good.
I'm
team
so
for the year.
spoiled. I watched Ben Roethlisberger only lose to that team twice his entire career.
Y'all don't win in Cleveland though.
Not since he retired.
Yeah, y'all don't win
Chill,
in
Rob.
Cleveland.
We just watched the Thunder get
If he came back that way, we
mollywopped
would've won.
by the
Oh, he's
Charlotte
playing.
Hornets.
He's
So
playing.
the Knicks
So-
losing to the Wizards wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. So I don't want to.
So, we're in agreement. Bears.
Bears.
I am going to be the boring one and bet on history and say that the Green Bay Packers
No
break
effing
the
way.
Bears' heart in Chicago on Saturday.
I just
night.
don't see it.
Are you
man.
fantasy booking
They're dead even.
Packers
like the
Steelers
two-
Super Bowl? Are you fantasy booking that?
I'll get to that. I just feel like everybody wants the Packers as the matchup in the first round. You know what I mean? But for the Bears, I feel like those Chicago fans have dealt with this for so long where it's one of those things where in their minds they're asking themselves, can we beat the Packers or is this going to happen to us again, over again? Like it's either betting on history or betting on the Bears. And at this point in time, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the teams. I think they could end up having a nice little shootout. We could get some action. I like a lot of props from that game. But I think somehow Green Bay manages to pull it off.
That would
Here's
be
another
wild. To
one.
me, that would be
By the
wild.
slimmest of margins.
Here's another one
which
for
is what
you.
will make it heartbreaking.
Since the 7th seed was
Agreed,
created, the Green Bay Packers would not have made the playoffs the last 3 years if there was no 7th seed.
That's wild. And this Bears team is a good team, man. Like the Bears can get some turnovers.
So maybe Matt LaFleur would have been fired.
Years ago.
There's a blueprint for Chicago to win this game.
Yeah, run the ball.
They've done it already. Like
Just punch him in the mouth.
they've done it. You can do it.
Listen, just look at the Packers and be like, Aaron Rodgers is not on the other side. We can beat you guys.
Right.
Yeah, you just can't go in there being you're at home. That's a good advantage that they have this year.
They're at
If they
that
had to go to
place.
Green Bay.
If there's any stadium that's going to be jumping, it's
Oh,
going to be there.
just feed off that, bro. Just feed off that. Feed off that energy. Give
And then
Chicago
after that
something
game's
they haven't
over,
had in a while.
I'll take a melatonin and go to sleep.
Like these are all dedicated sports fans. These are Chicago Cubs fans. They're
Hell, I might
they'll
take
show
it
up
at
for you.
halftime.
Like Chicago fans will show up for you. So you give them a win in Chicago. That's the biggest win since the Bears shuffle because it's against the Packers.
Yeah.
And at that point, the Bears wouldn't be scared of anybody else. You beat the Packers in the first round. All of a sudden, we're having a different conversation about how far.
Now
they're
you're
right,
walking
you know?
around like that bed
was
bug in
different.
Jim's hotel room. Real
Yeah,
smug-like.
like now it changes it. If you lose to Green Bay again, it's same song and dance, bro. Same song and dance.
And then 1 o'clock on Sunday is New England and
Jacksonville
I was just gonna ask-
hosting the
no,
Bills.
Jacksonville on the Bills at 1. The
And
Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen as quarterback have never won on the road.
I
on the
can't pay
playoffs.
attention to the Sunday games because it's going to be CJ's birthday, so I'll be getting busy doing all that. But
And
the Buffalo Bills are 0-4 with Josh Allen on the road.
three
They
of them
are
came against the Chiefs, right?
0-4 against the spread, which is only 1.5. They are favored by only 1.5 points.
And the Jacksonville Jaguars historically have
the
beaten
Bills
them.
are favored.
yeah, the Bills are favored.
I don't
Yeah,
think that's
Jags are 1.5
right. Home
underdogs.
dogs. You always take the home dog.
I already took them. I think Jags win this game. I think the Buffalo.
I didn't
Bills
know they
lose.
were home dogs. Like my dad was telling me that he thinks Jacksonville can win, and I was like, I don't know. But now
been-
that I know they're home
No, they
dogs,
literally are. I've been staring at that spread all
oh
week, bro,
my
and it hasn't changed. That
gosh,
line has
home
not
dogs
moved.
is crazy for Jacksonville.
That line has
They've
not
had
been
a really good year and ended it even better. I don't know how
The
you make
only
those guys
thing-
the home
The
dog.
only
beat the one
two
seed.
positions Buffalo is better is quarterback and running back.
They have nothing else.
They have
I
nothing
mean,
else is better.
Etienne's been good this year.
They are, yes. Are they better? Yes, 100% better.
Brian, listen,
But can Trevor
I know
and
Brian
Etienne
Thomas has
match
been-
that shit on a good day, on their best
yeah,
day? They can match that shit.
BTJ is better than any receiver on
And
the
he's had a
Bills.
horrible year. And I'm
And
still
here's
taking
this.
BTJ over any receiver. And you guys know I love
Jacoby
Shakir.
Myers is better than any of those receivers.
I
Jaguars
don't
are
think I
8-1.
argue with that. I don't
Jaguars
think
are
I
8-1
argue with
since that trade.
And since
They've only
Donkey
lost one
King
game.
came in this league, he has underwhelmed me. I think everybody else can agree. Like, he hasn't been what we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, no,
So
no,
who's
no.
to say Brenton Strange can't outperform? Because Brenton Strange, last month and a half season, been pretty damn good for a tight end.
Parker
He
Washington
was on
is
IR.
better.
He would have been top tight end in the league if he don't get hurt this year.
He's
Parker-
helped us in a lot of parlays this year.
Yes,
Parker
yes, he has.
Washington is better than
Because he's
any wide
on mine
receiver
for this
Buffalo has.
weekend.
Yeah, I put him on a couple.
They don't have a wide receiver better than Parker Washington right now. This is the weakest
That's
version
another guy.
This is the weakest version of the
true.
Bills.
That's so true.
going into the playoffs. Like,
And
this is
a
the
Jags
Listen,
team without Travis
This
Hunter.
game could be ugly. This could be like a 34-17 Jaguars win. I'm telling you,
Dude.
everybody is underestimating the Jaguars. I am not. I get Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence, but at the end of the day,
This is how you get fired. Losing to Jacksonville round one with no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Jackson. That same thing that people keep regurgitating for Josh Allen to have the advantage, they don't realize that gives everybody else in the AFC the same advantage.
if he loses,
Because they don't have to face any of those people.
If he loses, the AFC, like who the is going to the Super Bowl?
I might take the Jags
Jags might do it, bro.
because I think
That'll put a lot of butts in the seats.
my
do
prediction,
it.
my
They're
playoff
playing that
prediction
good.
for the Super Bowl. I think I want to go Rams Bills.
Rams Bills is the money
That's
attraction.
the fun one.
I think that's
That's
what I
the fun
want to
one.
do.
But I don't know if the
Um,
Bills get past this weekend.
But I think the spicy.
The Bills are the 7th seed, right? No, they're the 6th seed.
I thought they were fifth.
No, they're not. The Texans are the
They're
5th
the
seed.
6th seed.
Oh,
Bills
so
are the
they gotta
6th
be the
seed.
sixth,
So
then.
if the
Jags
Steelers
are the
win,
3rd seed.
all right. So say the Steelers win, Patriots win, Patriots win, Bills win. That means Bills got to go to Denver.
Yes.
Oh,
Jags went to Denver and beat them up. They've been there, done that. Jacksonville's beaten the top
Honestly,
seeds.
Denver's not
The
scary.
Jags win, the Texans win.
The problem with Denver is that they play with their food. They're down a
Denver
lot in the
plays with
fourth
their
quarter.
Denver plays
And
with
play,
their
dude, that kind of
I'm
play
gonna
in
say
the
something
playoffs.
again, it's a little
They're great,
controversial.
great defense. They got
Bo
everything.
Nix
No, they
is
have
not this lights out quarterback.
No,
I just
it's
think
not.
nobody trusts Denver. That's the issue.
Yeah,
None of us
that's
trust
what
them.
it is. I don't trust them.
None of us
them.
I don't trust Bo
They
in a
play with
high.
their food, bro. They play with their food. They're a good team, and they should be beating teams, manhandling them, and they don't do that.
The
until
most
fourth
complete
quarter.
team in the playoffs right now for the AFC, I think we all can agree, is the
Pittsburgh
Jacksonville
Steelers.
Jaguars.
Yo, I swear, if you would have said
We
the
can all agree it's
Steelers,
the
bro.
Pittsburgh Steelers, guys.
Jacksonville
I was waiting
Jaguars.
for it. I was like, "There's no way he's about to say
No,
this."
as far as the AFC
They're
concerned, I think
the
I'd
most
probably
on all
I'd
three
probably-
on all three phases.
They're playing like
Yeah.
a 1 seed right now. They're doing everything right. They got the number
Because
one
the
run
Patriots, as
defense.
good as
the
they
Jaguars
are,
defense has not allowed a running back to get more than 75 rushing yards this year.
as good as the Patriots are, the Giants beat more winning teams than the Patriots did all year.
Yeah, but that's not their fault.
Crazy.
Because
I know.
when we said the Steelers were frauds, what you tell us? You can only play who's in front of you. So I'm going to use that. Everybody who's knocking the Patriots
No, it's
right
true.
now, when
It
it's
is
your
true,
team,
but it's still a crazy stat, though.
at the end of the
I
day,
could
we're
see
We only
it.
won 4 games.
And you
Elon.
know what's crazy? Nobody's going to give the Patriots credit if they beat the Chargers this week because
I
it's
will.
the Chargers and they're injured. No, there's going to be excuses and
But
asterisks.
they're
that
shooting
shouldn't
no,
be.
he's right in the sense
They're
that
not gonna
people
get their
will-
credit.
Will not give him credit, but
Oh, it's just the Chargers.
they
guys.
do have
So
to
then what
win
do
a
you gotta do?
playoff game. I
You gotta win the
don't
Super
care
Bowl?
who it is. They got to win a playoff game to kind of solidify what they've been doing.
Dude,
this season.
imagine they don't.
This will be the
Oh, if
first.
they don't, then the whole week schedule thing makes it, the whole
It's gonna
Giant
blow
stat.
up.
The Giant stat blows up. The whole gear blows
Yeah,
up
they'll
on
keep
them.
we were right about this team, but at the end of the day, I think they're a good team. They're playing. at
Yeah,
their
what
heart.
they're
Drake
going to have
is
to do is come back next year and do it again and win 12 games again.
They're in
and
Foxborough.
Win that playoff game next year. But
To shut everybody up, the Patriots have to go to the AFC title game. That's what I feel like.
Yes.
Oh, it's just the Chargers.
Yes.
Oh, it's just the Broncos.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want this team to do then?
No.
They're
True.
winning their game.
And that's on a national scale. To
Like,
me,
they're
I
winning
think
their game.
I
the
thought they were a
Patriots
good
are
team.
real.
There's still a lot of Patriots fatigue. I get it. They used to dominate a lot of people's teams,
Right,
but this is
right.
not. This is a
No,
different
I'm not
situation.
falling. Yeah, I'm not going to call
Bro,
them
the Chargers
frauds.
are a good team. How do you not give them credit though? The Chargers are still a good team.
Chargers are a good team with a good defense.
I'm
quarterback.
giving them credit. They win a playoff game. They're
Regardless,
already good in
Herbert's
my
not
book. But the playoff
100%.
game is
It's
just
still
another
Justin
notch.
Herbert.
Patriots
Yeah,
are 3.5 point favorites right now at home.
So they're
And
giving
Foxborough.
respect to the
Yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah.
So it's a decent line. It's a decent number.
Well, the Chargers can put up points, and I mean, have we seen people put up points on the Patriots like that this year? I can't really recall.
Defense has been solid enough.
It has been solid. It really has been. I mean, I can't recall them really
They
putting up
played
a
some
lot
bad
of points,
offenses, but
giving up a
again,
lot
they
of points.
took care of business.
They lost to somebody bad. I just can't remember who. Oh, bro, they got their ass tore up by the Raiders the first game of the year.
But that was game one. I don't some temperate games, especially
Yeah.
week one games. I don't.
If you don't
put
count that
no
against your
stock-
team, you can't count that against them.
I don't put no stock in the.
They
week
still
one
managed to
game.
get the 2 seed. They're sitting at the 2 seed.
Yeah.
All roads lead through Foxborough unless
Yeah.
they have to go to Denver for the AFC title game.
The
The
only
Broncos they tied the Broncos with the record, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, they both
5.
won.
The
They
only
both ended up
reason
winning.
because the Broncos had a better strength of schedule victory.
Correct.
They needed Denver to lose last game of the year,
Correct.
and it would have been theirs.
Well, we knew that wasn't happening once.
Dooley, we were
Harbaugh's
talking
like,
about
yeah,
you
I'm
early,
chilling.
bro. I see you watching.
I don't know why Harbaugh did that. I would have never. I would have played the win.
Right.
It's just like I'm going to criticize the other team. We're going to talk about the Eagles.
Dude.
Why did you not play to win to get the 2 seed?
Just to be clear,
was
do we
weird.
all pick the Jags? I'm taking the
Jaguars,
Jags.
yes.
I think the Bills are done.
Jags.
I originally was gonna take the
Make
Bills.
it
I even told my dad for days I was taking the Bills, knowing that the Jags are home underdogs. I will now take the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Travis Etienne over 63.5 rushing yards. Josh Allen anytime touchdown. If you want to get crazy, Parker Washington anytime touchdown. Maybe Dalton Kincaid.
Parker Washington, 5 plus.
It can
touchdowns.
be a show. It's probably gonna be a show at 1 o'clock.
5 plus
You're
catches.
playing for your season, so but I'm
Yeah,
saying
no,
that
it's
the
gonna
Bills
be a
will
show.
lose the show when the curtain
It could,
closes.
yeah,
Like
but it's fine.
that over under is
It's fine.
51.5 right now. I think
I
that's the
probably
highest
take
one I
it. So they're
saw.
probably gonna put up 80 points.
And
honestly.
I think
I can
Jacksonville's
see
gonna
that
put
game
up
being
points,
40-42, 40-43, something crazy.
Didn't the Jaguars beat the Bills this year?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Or was that last year when they whooped their ass in London?
I really don't remember.
Jaguars are 2-0 against the Bills in the playoffs, though.
That's crazy.
So-
That's a crazy stat.
They've done it. Like they beat
Yeah,
That is a
those two
crazy
games
stat.
were Blake Bortles versus Tyrod Taylor
Oh Jesus!
and Mark Brunell versus Jim Kelly.
Oh my God!
History's history.
That was a Saturday afternoon game. I remember that. 1996 season.
That's crazy.
I remember that was the year the Jaguars went all the way to the AFC title game. They beat the Bills in the first round. They went into Denver, beat Denver. And when Denver was heavily favored, Denver was 13-3 that year. They were heavily favored to go to the Super Bowl. They upset them. Natron Means just ran all over them. Then they got to
Natron Means, bro.
Then they got to New England, and Drew Bledsoe just destroyed them. And Brunell had his worst game of the year. He threw like 3 picks, 4
He always
picks.
had his worst game of the year, the AFC title game.
That's crazy.
Good quarterback, just crashed in the crucial moments.
Crash and burn.
It happens to the best.
But yeah,
of
those
us.
are the 2 games. Wow, I can't remember. I remember that.
That is wild. Good memory. My dad does shit like that.
I'm weird when it comes to football. I can.
This
Give
Trevor
me-
Lawrence's
You
best
give me a
year.
chance to operate, I can give you the answer.
My dad does shit like that with baseball. He'll call
Oh,
a
it's
game from like
there's too much of
93.
baseball for me to remember.
No, he doesn't, dude. And it's mainly Yankee stuff. His Yankee stuff is crazy. He won't give you like a random game, but his Yankee shit is on point.
I remember the 1998 season over. No, 1997 season over baseball. Yankees versus Seattle. Griffey homered back-to-back plate appearances. They killed the Yankees that day.
That's when the
He hates
Marlins
the
won it.
Yankees.
Marlins
He
won in
hates the
97.
Yankees.
They got
Who?
their first Marlins.
Griffey.
Oh yeah,
Oh, Griffey hates us, yeah.
he always
It's
had his
it's
best
just
games
shit with his
against Seattle.
dad.
yes.
It's just shit with his dad. There was just bad blood there, so it's in his blood, like Vladimir.
But yeah, I
Yankees fans
remember
hate
that
the
game
Yankees. I hate them sometimes.
That game was
I hate them
crazy.
right now. So.
because I thought Buffalo was going to wipe the floor with them. But this is also like the dying days of that Buffalo dynasty.
When's the last time
Can you
Buffalo?
call that a Buffalo dynasty even though they never won?
Kind of.
Yeah, I was
They
gonna
still
say kind
dominated-
of,
they
man.
still
Yeah,
dominated
were
the AFC.
shitting
They were
on
the AFC
guys.
champions
Yeah,
for 4
They-
years.
yeah,
straight.
they
were
dominated the
shitting on
AFC.
guys.
They were the
4
perennial
years.
4 years. It just
Couldn't finish.
they did what the Vikings did.
The best
except
chance
their
of winning
years
a
were all
championship
combined.
was when Dude kicked it wide right against the Giants. That was their
Yes.
best opportunity to win a
Yeah,
championship.
That was the first one. That was the first one. against the Giants.
92, baby.
That was the one that they were supposed to win. And then after
That
that,
was a little
Then they got blown out.
they never recovered.
No, they
from that
lost
shit.
to Washington the next year.
right.
And
And then
beat their
Dallas
ass.
just beat their ass 2 years in a row.
They might get their ass beat this week. This is the best version of Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars going against the worst version of Josh Allen.
We've
and
ever
Josh
seen.
Allen.
Bills. Yeah, no, that's so true, dude. That was a great way to put it.
It's a terrible matchup for
That
them
is true.
in
So
Jacksonville.
Sean McDermott and Matt LaFleur could be victims come Monday.
This is how you get fired.
I'll take Matt LaFleur as OC. McDermott. Harbaugh, head coach. McDermott,
LaFleur's
defensive.
is going to get offers.
LaFleur for OC.
So you want all three. You think the Giants are really going to do
We
that?
need a dream, bro. That's what they
dream
need.
team?
They
That's
need an
what
all-star
they need.
coaching staff.
That's what they need, bro. That's what they
Yeah,
need,
that's not-
bro.
they're not getting
He's
that.
trying to
They're
gonna get somebody
No,
that's
they're
gonna-
not
He's
gonna
trying
get
to
it,
get
but
the
that's what they
Olympic
need.
coaching staff put
Yes.
together.
Yes, I am.
He wants three
Yes, I am.
candidates.
I don't know
head
what their
coach.
plan is, but that's what I want.
This isn't the
I'm
party
scared to
planning
find
committee,
out.
bro.
We don't-
I'm nervous.
You're not getting
I'm
Angela. You're not getting Oscar.
You
You're
guys,
not
will probably,
getting.
you guys will probably hire your guy before we do. We'll get the scraps. Once all the dust
Honestly,
settles and the Hardballs of the world get hired, that's when we'll make our move.
I hope not for you guys. Like for your sake,
I know. I know.
Yo, somebody said that.
Cam
I
Ward
forgot. I didn't want
is
to pile
coachable, man.
on you yesterday after I
Nothing,
found
is
about
it?
Garrett on the NFL, the Kerwin, and I forget who the other guy is. They replay that show a lot. He was like, the Tennessee job's not attractive at all. And the guy goes, really? You think
I
that? He goes,
disagree.
There's a lot of reasons why.
he
it isn't.
goes, but they got a quarterback. He goes, it's not even about the players. It's about the owner.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
He
not about the
goes,
players.
I would
get
not
that.
want
No, I
to
get
mess
that.
with. He was that.
It's like the
What
Jets.
real
mess.
good coach wants to go there and deal with that owner?
When's the last time you seen our owner on TV? Where is she? What have you been doing? Where you don't even
That's
live
when he
in
was like,
Tennessee.
they need to sell the team. He said it just like that. I'm like, oh
You
shit.
don't even live
But
there.
a
I was like,
creative or a
is-
spicy coach can really shake shit up in Tennessee, man. I really do think that. Somebody
Help the
super
kid out.
creative.
She
and somebody
fired
super
Vrabel
spicy.
because she
It's
was
all
pissed he
perspective
went to
when
go
it comes
get
to
his.
Tennessee.
She fired Vrabel because she was pissed he went to New
Then
England
don't hire an
to
ex-player.
get his honor.
Don't hire
To
an
get his,
ex-player.
you know, he was
You
getting
think a guy
honored.
like
Petty.
Mike effing Vrabel isn't gonna go to New England and do stuff like that, bro? That guy is
He's part of a
New England
dynasty. He was
Patriot
literally
through and
part of a
through.
dynasty.
My
Yeah.
man sat out for a year in hopes that New England was going to fire Gerard Mayo.
They
Knew it was
knew.
coming.
He knew
They
like,
hired Mayo because they
he-
couldn't get Vrabel. That
at
was
the
the
time.
sign right there.
Yeah, at the time.
They hired an old alumni.
because it was going to look too young, too
too obvious.
Yep.
Too obvious.
You know this job's yours.
and
right?
Mayo was already on the staff.
You know this job.
He was
yours.
he
Look who
was
we
already
just hired.
being groomed
They got
by
their quarterback.
Belichick. So
They got their quarterback
right.
that year. Everything was set up. All you had to do was just the right guy, and he's the right guy.
No,
Look
he
at that
is.
team.
No.
They got the right coach.
Where's the
he's,
first,
He's
man?
gonna have them boys ready.
I can't wait to watch pregame.
But
and him
Harbaugh's
doing his
gonna have the
push-ups
Chargers
before the
ready
game.
too. So
Yes.
that could end up
It's
being the
gonna be a-
banger of the
Now I
year.
understand why
could
y'all
be.
were like, "Yo, fire Dayball last year. Y'all could have had Vrabel."
I wanted Vrabel. That's who I wanted, dude. I wanted Vrabel. And honestly, to avoid everything that's going on now, firing Dable and Shane last year made sense. It just made sense because it would have avoided the whole circus that was this year. That
If
was
I'm
this
here next
bro.
year,
and that continues
if
to
I'm
go
here
into
next
this
year
coming
doing
year.
the same
Honestly,
thing, then I'm wrong, and things got to change.
The circus
The
is
only
still
thing
there.
that changed was the coaching staff. You kept the fool that led.
It's a shame.
So
Yeah,
what are we on now?
I think New York finds a coach before Tennessee because the big market is going to be
Yeah.
the spot, and then we're a perspective-based team when you look at our situation, and if you're willing to come over here and deal with everything that's coming your way, because you've already seen a couple GMs and a couple coaches in the last 3 years go, a couple in each category. So
what's
next? We've got the San Francisco 49ers going into Philadelphia, where the Philadelphia
Now.
Eagles are 4.5-point favorites
Mikey.
in Philly.
You don't have
Mike-
to ask me who I'm taking.
I'm not going to because I already knew what your
Don't
pick was
bother.
You're
gonna be.
picking the 49ers. We know.
Yeah, don't bother. Don't bother.
We're just trying to ask you to be realistic on this podcast.
I'm
I'm taking the Birds in this one.
I'm taking the Eagles
I
too
don't trust
because
the Niners defense.
the
at
Niners
all.
defense
that
after what
defense
happened
has
last
been bombarded with injuries since week
They're
2,
not any
and
healthier
they
now.
are 12-5.
Can I interest you
Rob
in something?
Sala and Mike Shanahan,
Can I interest you in
or
something?
Kyle Shanahan.
I think Seattle took it out of them, honestly.
Seattle punched them in the
That
mouth
already
and
just-
kept
I don't-
punching them in the mouth.
I don't
That
think
kept
so,
bad.
man.
Had they won that game,
I don't think so.
Had they
man.
won
that
the game,
really
first
would've
off,
changed
had
it.
they
George
won that
Kittle is
game?
getting his "fuck Philadelphia" shirt ready, and he'll take it off when he scores a touchdown.
a lot of that.
had
is-
they won
is
that game, they
based
wouldn't
on
be playing
Giants
this
hate,
weekend.
But I don't.
I mean, yeah,
It'd be
you're
Seattle
probably right.
playing Philly.
You're probably right, but the fact that they're riddled with injuries is the reason they're playing this.
And that's when it's going to finally catch up to them.
I don't think so.
And
I don't think so. If the injuries were going to catch up, it would have been caught up to this team already.
It already did.
They're playing with D-list guys
They
out
lost
there, and those
one.
guys are balling, bro. They're
They
balling.
lost the one
And
seed.
so you know what I
That's
say
why
to
they
this,
caught
too?
up to them. It set them
The
up for
fact that they were
failure in
even
the first
competing
round.
for a 1 seed is a miracle.
They didn't compete much in that game. Did you watch it?
They were there, and it was on the line for them.
got
They were there,
dominated.
and it was on the line for them.
They got
bro.
dominated. Seattle and the Eagles.
I mean, there was a
defenses are
moment
both
in
just as
time,
good.
dude. It looked like the Colts were had a chance to beat them a couple weeks ago. That defense is decimated.
Yeah, Niners.
And as bad as Philly's offense is, Philly's at home, and I'm giving them the edge.
It'll be cool to see the Niners win. I'm just
If
saying.
the Niners
I'm picking
win-
words. It'll be entertaining because it's going to create a firestorm. from that
Seth
perspective. So
Joyner,
I'd like to see that.
who was bitching about them not playing to win last weekend.
They were mad.
I can't.
He was
I'm
very
I'm-
mad.
I'm
He
seething for the excuses that Philly fans are going to give next.
There's
week.
none.
Oh no, there will be.
Because they should have
will
played
be.
for the 2 seed. Had they played for the 2 seed, they'd be
Yeah.
playing Saturday night against the
And-
Packers, who I know they would have punched in
wanted
the
the Packers.
Oh
mouth.
yeah,
And
oh,
they
yeah.
would have
the Packers.
beaten
I
their
would have
ass.
taken
They
just the
did
way I
not-
didn't want to take the Bears.
they did not want the
wanted to take
49ers.
the Eagles, but I would have took them.
Because the 49ers are a
Packers.
top 4 team on the NFC side. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
A lot of them are not excited about playing the 49ers, even though it's in Philly because of the problems. The 49ers could expose all the problems that people have been talking about.
49ers
Philadelphia.
offense
Of course they
can
can,
do.
bro. Rob Saleh is a great DC.
The
and he
49ers
got
were
playing.
Bro, Robert Saleh's got coaching interviews again. So
I mean,
again,
he
I
kinda
ask
deserves
you.
it.
Here's another thing. Not to
The
keep going
same
back
way
off.
there's a path.
I don't
want
wanna
to
keep getting off the subject.
San Francisco.
However, Saleh led a team with all the injuries to one of the best units in football.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers came to Pittsburgh and helped them win their first division title since
Chris.
2020. And the Jets are still the Jets. So who was really the problem?
It's the Jets, bro, and it always will be the Jets.
So fast forward back to this Sunday, 4:30
Thank
afternoon.
you, Chris.
I don't think this is going to be a blowout game. I think it's
No.
going to be very
No,
close.
yes, I do too.
One of these quarterbacks is going to make a mistake that helps the other team win.
21-24.
It's either a Brock Purdy ridiculous interception or a Jalen Hurts ridiculous interception.
21-24.
Eagles barely survive and make a lot of people hate them even more.
If the Niners can
Because
stop
you're gonna look back at the
Saquon
game and say to
Barkley,
yourself, Niners could have won this.
Right.
That's what I imagine in my head that game playing out.
if the Niners can stop Saquon Barkley, the Niners are going to win this football
that hasn't
game.
been hard this year. So
Niners defense ain't making a lot of stops lately, though.
yeah, but
And if they ain't
Barkley
healthy,
ain't
then
making
they're
a
not
lot of
gonna be
noise this
ready.
year neither. So
He could end up.
one of those things
could
might.
end up-
And if the
you know,
Eagles lose, oh boy, I can't wait to hear what AJ Brown's going to say.
I'll have
oh
fun with
my
it.
god,
I'll have fun with it for sure, but I think I might have
Fun.
to wait. I might have to
fun
wait
isn't
a
the
week.
word I'd use when I'm gonna have.
I might have to wait a week for this, though.
27-23 Niners, Chris says. That's a realistic
24-21
score.
Niners, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I think both fan
24-21.
bases are a little
So
concerned going
imagine
into this game
if
Yeah.
the
because of
if
the problems the other team presents for them.
Yeah.
if the Philadelphia Eagles lose this game, boy, oh boy, we're going to look back at last week and really ask,
More than that,
why did you sit your starters?
the fire Kevin Patula chance
Because you'd have been able to beat them. They would have beaten the Packers.
Oh yeah.
Yep. They always beat
Yeah.
the Packers. The Packers did not want to.
And then you'd have hosted whoever. You would have hosted Seattle, or you would have hosted.
Well, no, you host every game besides Seattle. Seattle
Right,
wins the one
it's
seed
the
no
one
matter
seed.
what, but you still
Yeah.
have a chance where the NFC could run through Philly if Seattle loses in the
Correct.
You
divisional
would have
round.
hosted
That's
either
it.
the Rams, or you would have hosted.
You're one loss away from home field
The
advantage.
Bears, anybody.
all of them. You name it, they'd all be going to Philly and having to deal with all that shit.
Crazy.
But they screwed the pooch on that, and fans are
I
pissed
didn't
off.
understand that. I did
Because-
not understand that. I'm watching the game here Sunday, and I'm like, they're really not playing their starters? Like, they got the 2 seed within grasp.
And the Niners lose and drop them right down to the 6, and that sets up a matchup that neither fan base is excited about.
It's not a. It's yeah. I
like
get-
they're like shit. We got the Eagles.
if
Shit,
you're
we
the
got
Niners, it's like shit. I wish I had the bye. If we had beat the Seahawks, we have the bye.
the bye changes
It
everything.
gives
for
us.
San Francisco.
It gives everybody who's hurt another chance to get a little bit more healthy.
Exactly, yeah.
And on the Eagles side, it's like, yo, we could have been playing the Packers.
I was having conversations with Niners fans leading up to that Seattle game, like the day of that game.
Yeah, they wanted it.
the significance and the importance of
They
that
wanted
matchup
that game. The
and
fans
what that
wanted that
meant
game.
for them long term, and
Right.
the extra week that it buys them, and we could get Fred Werner during that bye week, and now all of that is uncertainty. Now it's just
Yeah.
there's
But you
nothing
know what?
past
This
Philly
whole
right
year's
now.
been like that for them.
This
man.
is
So
gonna
there's
be
no
wi-
point in stopping
it's
now.
gonna
Just
be
keep doing
wild.
what you've been doing all year long.
First off, Shanahan ain't gonna get fired, and John Lynch won't be fired.
No, not at all.
But on the other side of things, Kevin Patullo will be definitely fired.
There's more drama if the Eagles.
I told Eagle fans at work, I said, y'all want Kevin Patullo gone. If the Eagles keep winning, he's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Why would you fire him? I was like, just because you don't like the way he calls the game? Maybe your head coach, who's also supposed to know offense, should be helping him.
Oh, that's true.
It gets really ugly in Philly that day if the Niners win.
Yes.
Really ugly. So get ready for that.
If the Niners win that game, they never touch a play in the entire playoffs. How?
Unless they got to play Seattle.
For
Seattle's the 1 seed, but
No, he means if the Niners had beaten Seattle. If the Niners beat Seattle, they're chilling in Santa Clara for the entirety of the whole tournament.
Yes.
Until they go to the actual
Until they
Super Bowl,
lose.
which would still be a home game because you're in Cali.
Right. That's crazy. Yeah. That is crazy.
You'd be getting a home game for the
It's
Super
only
Bowl.
happened 3
Was it in
times.
SoFi this year, the Super Bowl?
It's in San Fran.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Can
it's
you
a
imagine
home-
if they would have gotten the
it'd
1
be home.
seed. Holy
You're
shit!
playing the Super Bowl at home.
It's happened twice already. Tampa Bay won Tampa Bay won in Tampa, which was wild.
That was the Tom Brady.
And the Rams won in
and SoFi.
yeah. But I don't think the Rams have many fans there that day either.
Probably not. They still don't.
They should have stayed in St.
Yeah,
Louis.
they really should have.
Yeah,
man.
the St. Louis fans are like bitter as hell watching this LA Rams. It's like that's my team. Like that's my squad. Yeah, so you're Niners, you're Birds. I'm going with the Birds. I don't know about them covering the 4.5 spread.
Yeah, I'm not touching the spread on
I like the 3 better, but it changed drastically. So, I take them in that
It's a
game.
good thing you betted your props early.
Yeah, because it started.
the
The line
numbers are
started
going
moving
up.
like
Yeah.
crazy. But there's a lot of entertainment value when the Eagles losing in the first round because you know that we'd have a field day with it, and I'd probably get called a bully again, like I did last time.
Oh my!
You know, I
God.
still haven't seen that post. I haven't seen that post.
Oh, it's classic.
Yeah, I gotta read.
It had nothing to do with the
I wasn't even
Birds.
talking about the Eagles.
It
All I
just-
said was
Earlier in the day,
Bills stink, and it triggered something.
listen. He did the same.
They're like, no, that's us.
He wrote word for
That's
word
all
what I wrote
us.
earlier in the day. Earlier in the day, I wrote Steelers suck. So then he
Stink.
posts later, Bills suck.
Bills stink, yeah. And it turned into a whole thing. But
I would hate to be a
I
Tennessee fan.
know that the things that I say stick in people's minds.
Why? Because they've
So
had
that's all
2
that matters.
losing seasons.
Oh, we've got-
Before that, they had a bunch of winning seasons.
We haven't made the playoffs in about 4 years now.
All right.
It's already been 4
All
years.
right.
It's already been 4 years. It's been a bit. We were missing the playoffs with Vrabel. People forget. Like,
He
Vrabel
tried. He
gets
was trying to
praised and
defend you
everything,
guys,
but there was
Yeah,
some
but
mishaps
there was
there.
a stretch from 2000 what?
43
15
comments
to
later.
2021. You were 9-7, 9-7, 9-7.
Yeah, we didn't have losing seasons. For
Yeah.
it. Remember, we had a good defense. We had some type of culture, but that was then, and this is now. And so Patriots,
Sunday night game
Chargers,
is a
Sunday night football.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Patriots 3.5 point favorites. I think I'm going Patriots as well.
Yep, that's for me.
Look, Harbaugh and the Chargers are going to be tough. That's a good defense.
Chargers offensive line's decimated.
I think it's going to be a fun
Offensive line
game.
is
I think it
decimated.
will be high scoring.
Injuries have caught up to the Chargers.
Yes.
They
Their defense keeps getting hurt every week.
took the week off against the Broncos, which they needed to do. Because they already knew they.
I
clinched
think
their spot.
Trayvon Henderson and Ramondre Stevens had big games.
Ramondre Stevenson over 37.5 rushing yards. I posted it in our group. I took it straight up. I put it in a
It's not
parlay.
37.5 on DraftKings. It's 30 and 40.
But for
You
the
got to look
alt
for the
line.
over under.
Yeah, you got to look for the
Oh,
over under. Yeah, you move to the side. It'll give you the over under on the exact number where they have it. It was at 38.5, and then it went back down to 37.5.
Utah's still a noob.
So there's a lot of money on Travion Henderson rushing yards, which means they're jacking those up, and Ramondre Stevenson's could be the safer play, as well as the anytime touchdown for Travion. And on the Chargers side, you bet at your own risk. As far as I took Lad McConkey, but
Oosh, for anytime?
yeah,
He's so wishy-washy, man.
I took him because I didn't know who else to take.
Him and
He
Sutton
had a
fucking
sophomore
let him
slump.
down.
That was about it. Because the Patriots are
He
good
did not have
defense.
the same year he had in his rookie season.
No.
And I think New England covers the
But
spread.
Herbert spread the ball around quite a bit. Allen, the first 8-9 weeks of the season, was on fire.
When their left tackle went down, it was different. Both
Yeah.
the Chargers. The kid that they drafted that I
Joe
wanted,
Alt.
Joe
Joe
Alt
Alt,
went
yes.
down. It's been different.
He went
'cause
down
now
the same
Herbert's
game
getting
as Malik
smacked.
Neighbors, as a matter of fact. The
Herbert's getting
Giants,
smacked.
Chargers game.
When Herbert had the time, yeah, that was a shit show. When Herbert had the time and Alt was there, he was making the plays. He was running a lot,
Yeah,
doing a lot of the shit we saw Lamar Jackson
wasn't
do.
still doing
It's
great,
crazy
but he
too
was
because
still
that's
consistent.
another thing. Why did Harbaugh also rest his starters? So they could have. If
You
they
didn't want to play
win,
Herbert.
they're the 5th seed, bro.
Who?
The Chargers.
They couldn't play Herbert. Herbert's hurt. He wasn't. They had to play Lance no matter what. They chose to just, with everybody else, kind of just play them.
They took
give them
everybody
reps.
out.
'Cause they already
Hampton
clinched.
didn't play. So now you went from you got to play for. They could have if they win, they're the 5th seed.
They'd be playing Monday night.
I think they feel
Yeah.
that they can hang with anybody though.
Which
Can
is kind of
they?
true.
I don't.
Chargers aren't really afraid of any matchup.
No, they
with the
shouldn't
Denver
be
being
because
the
they're a
1
good
seed.
team, but I
Like,
just don't think they can. I don't think they can fuck with.
New England's
the
a
Patriots.
house of horrors for them.
Yeah, I don't think so.
story
and
Yeah.
it's not like the Chargers gain any advantage being home either.
That's
Like
true,
they're
that
always
too.
on the road, even
Yeah,
when they're
that
home.
too, that too.
So it's just it doesn't matter like a LA home game because everybody's in the other side of LA.
They
Unfortunately, I
avoided
go for both.
Jacksonville because
Right.
Jacksonville 37-3 last
Jacksonville
month?
would have beat them again. So I don't think they win this week, and I think the Patriots advance, and then that gets us to the Monday nighter.
To the good old Monday night.
The Monday Night Football.
There's a lot of streaks on the line.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have not lost on Monday Night Football since 1991.
I was 8 years old.
Wait, for playoffs or just in general?
In general,
Since
Jesus
since
Louises.
1991 is the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers have lost on a Monday Night Football in Pittsburgh.
Wow, you think I want to go with history? You think I'm going to go with history?
The Houston Texans are on a 9-game winning streak going into this game. CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans, when CJ Stroud is their starting quarterback, are 0-2 in the postseason so far. He does not have a playoff win yet.
the Pittsburgh Steelers haven't won a playoff game in 9 years.
Pittsburgh Steelers have not won a playoff game in 9 years.
Somebody's due.
There's a lot of streaks.
They both
Somebody
had
is
They both had super competitive matchups
ESPN
to end
did
the year.
this shit on purpose. The NFL did this on purpose.
I don't know.
This is 2 weeks in a row they don't me. They made me on a Sunday night game.
Well, the
which
Texans
will
are a
suck.
Saturday team. They never play not on Saturday.
And then when they said, "Oh, look at the history of the Monday night. We're gonna Steelers suck in the playoffs, so let's get that streak out of the way and end the Monday night streak."
you know you're getting them. No, you know what it is.
You know what I said? Fuck you, Roger. That streak ain't ending this Monday.
It's because the Panthers
Better
and
luck
Rams
next
got
year.
matched up. If it was the Bucks and the Rams, I guarantee you we'd be getting Rams and Bucks Monday Night Football because that's more marketable. That's a Monday Night Football field game. Nobody's gonna watch Carolina Panthers. They're gonna watch the Steelers play the Texans on Monday Night Football.
I'll be tuned in.
Like
I'll be tuned in.
In the last 10 years, teams that play in the dome are 1-9 when the temperature outside's 40 degrees or lower.
I'm gonna say this.
Game time temperatures going to be 33, but feel like 26.
I'm gonna say this right now
That sucks, but it's not bad.
because I talked about the path for the Bears. I talked about a path for the 49ers. It makes me a little sick to say it, but there is a path for the Pittsburgh Steelers to go to the AFC Championship game
This is crazy.
starting Monday.
That's crazy.
The Texans' defense is scary, but as
It's
a
amazing.
whole, as a team, their offense is not good.
They got 2 of the best pass rushers
They have
and
a
2 of
pass
the best
rush.
corners.
Ravens don't have a pass rush. The Texans have the pass rush.
It's going to be a big test for these young tackles who Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line finished in the top 10 this year.
So
They're top 1.
Houston's offense isn't the greatest. They never seem to be like
In the words of
clicking on all
Alexi,
cylinders.
their running backs suck.
Especially when you invest in them.
But he went and named Marks that long ass.
He loves Woody, but he was like, Woody hasn't been consistent enough.
They like using
No,
Jamar
offensive line
Jordan.
isn't a
They
good
like
run
using-
blocking offensive line.
They're still a
honestly.
bad offensive line.
Yeah, that offensive line.
I
doesn't
just
run
worry.
block well.
My biggest worry about Monday night is
what
blown
Pittsburgh's
coverages.
defense is going to show up.
are we going to have blown coverages like we had Sunday night?
Is Nico gonna be out there running by himself?
Yeah, like, is
Could be.
Nico
Jamie
gonna-
Higgins?
Is
It
Nico
could
going to
be,
be doing
'cause
with
They got
Zay Flowers?
receivers, bro.
That's what I was
They got
going to say.
receivers.
Houston's offense
Or-
isn't the best, but what Pittsburgh defense
I
is showing
mean,
up
I was
on
impressed with TJ Watt this past Sunday. Like, bro, you were playing on 1.5 long.
Yeah, but the
That's
front,
just-
the front part of that defense ain't the issue.
No.
It's what's going on.
If
back
they
there.
could get,
it's like
if
one
the Steelers
could
could get to if the Steelers could get the Stroud, it could be a long day for Stroud too.
It could be.
Because
offensive line isn't.
they're
good.
going to shut the run down, and after the run's down, like, yo,
But this game is either going to be super boring or super fun to watch.
yeah,
boring game favors that.
it could turn into a Sunday
It
game.
can.
If the Texans
It
start
can,
scoring,
but the
they're not going to
Texans-
be able to
The
keep
Texans
up.
are good because a boring game
Here's
could
another
come down
trivia
to which
fact,
defense scores first.
and I don't like
my
saying
money's
this
on
trivia.
Houston to score.
I don't like saying this
Boring game
because it
favors
hurts my
Pittsburgh.
heart. Since 2017, the Pittsburgh Steelers have been outscored 73-0 in the first quarter of playoff games.
Damn.
And with that formula, Texans win.
73-0. So if the
The Texans
Texans
go up by a couple
can get out
touchdowns,
14-3,
you got to
they're
stop.
going to win the
You
game.
got to make it ugly. You got to bring them down to your level.
But if we
You gotta
can get out
punch
to a
them,
14-3 game, if we can get out the 14-3 lead, it could be really good for us.
Not even that.
Or even
6-3
just
at
match it.
halftime. 6-3 at halftime.
Just
I'm giving
match
to
it.
Pittsburgh.
Just be 14-14. Honestly, that's what the guys got to
I'm
do.
worried about Chris Boswell.
14-10.
Even 14-10 is
14-10.
fine.
Where was the stat?
If it's
Yeah,
14-10 in the third quarter,
I think I saved
anything
this
can happen.
to use on the podcast. I hope I screenshot it.
You know, and it's the Texans outdoors in Pittsburgh after what we just saw on,
There's a lot of variables
The Sunday
to this
night
Monday
football
night
game.
game. There is a whole lot of variables, man. But
they're juiced up out there.
And this is the first home playoff. I mean, in 2020, we had that playoff game at home against the Browns when they killed us,
right.
but there were no fans.
But
there hasn't been a home playoff game with fans in the stands in Pittsburgh since 2017.
Texans defense travels.
You're talking almost 10
Texans
years.
defense plays
and
good everywhere.
Good defenses travel anyway.
Like,
Period.
I agree.
They play good
I won't disagree with. I think
You got to bring them down.
I have to
Yeah,
respect
you
the
have to.
defense.
You have to figure out a way. I don't know how you do it.
They got to look at the tape. How did Riley Leonard
sack
get
him.
some plays off?
You got to sack them.
Because Houston played their starters in the
but
first half,
it's more about the defense. You
Yeah,
sacking CJ Stroud is
forcing him
that's,
to make.
that's like a
dumb
minus 400
turnovers.
bet. Like it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's
that's it.
about
Keep
it's about methodically tearing up their keeping the defense on the field.
If it's what he said,
Jalen Warren and Gainwell got to run the rock like crazy.
they will.
Rodgers got to hit his passes. They got to keep
Texans
moving
are
the
like top
chains.
5 in every category.
No big plays. Don't look
Crazy.
for no big. If I'm Pittsburgh, I'm not looking for no big plays, bro.
You get Metcalf
If
back.
it happens on a slant or on a strong option
Flats,
play
bro.
or whatever like that, flat play, then that's fine. But
If
you shouldn't be gunning for it.
If the Texans start locking up those flats, it's going to be a long day. For
Oh,
Pittsburgh
it's gonna be a
offense, because
super long
Pittsburgh
day.
offense eats off
It's gonna
those
be a
flats
super
to
long
Gainwell.
day. But Houston
They got to
knows that
stop
too,
them.
though.
But then if you start to stop that, you might have a chance now to do a one-on-one with Metcalf. You might be able to isolate Pat Fryermuth
Metcalf's
in the
gonna get
middle of the
peppered.
field.
You might be.
Metcalf's
You
going
might
to
be.
get peppered with targets.
But,
now that he's back. But this is a different animal.
They still got to make those plays, man.
Texans are currently 3-point favorites. Texans are currently -3 as favorites in this game.
Oh, so Steelers are home dogs? Oh, no.
Steelers are home dogs. Steelers are home dogs.
Which is crazy.
Steelers are home
And that
dogs.
line
I hate
might
going
not
against the
move
home
much.
dogs.
It could move to +2.5. I took Steelers money line, and
So
I
did
took
I.
the spread. But I also did a hedge bet
But
where I took
you
the
don't
Houston
say.
I
spread.
sent it to y'all. Y'all said do it, and I did it.
I made 2 different parlays with different endings for the alternate endings for your game. I got Steelers on one side, I got Texans on the other side, because that's just this. The over/under is 39.5, lowest over/under of the entire weekend.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I could definitely see the path for that, where we're going into halftime at like 9-6. But if we're going into halftime at 9-6, that favors them. If we're at halftime and it's 17-3, Houston, this one's probably over. Steelers aren't going to be able to match.
If we're going into the
those
second
points.
quarter 14-10 or 14-14, it's a completely
We
different
got a
game.
ball game. Yeah,
It's
that
a
means they're
completely
doing what
different
they
game.
need to do.
Yeah.
That means they're doing what they need to do at home. They're feeding off the crowd. Basically, what the Bears
I
need to
forgot
do,
what
the
it was.
Steelers
A
need
one
to do.
score teams with their 1-score record. I saved the wrong image. The Pittsburgh Steelers
You
in the
guys
last
have the
5 years,
highest, you have the highest winning percentage.
the highest winning percent of 1-score games. So if you keep it ugly, you got it.
That's the formula. You got to keep it ugly.
And they can keep it ugly with every team that's remaining in the playoffs.
Just like the Bears have to run the ball, you guys got to keep it ugly. And I'm thinking about this game, and that's why I say, like, there's a path for you guys to actually get to the AFC title game.
That's it. That's the
where
ceiling.
it ends.
That's the ceiling.
That's your ceiling. That's a
You
pretty
hear-
good ceiling.
like,
That's
I'm
a good
telling
ceiling.
you.
I don't. But
As
if you
a-
guys make it to the AFC title game, who are you playing?
Patriots?
You can beat the. You can
No,
beat,
they'd
you
be
can beat
going
the
to
Broncos.
Denver next. They'd go to Denver
Oh.
next, and I think they could beat Denver in the divisional round. And then that would put them in a matchup against potentially the New England Patriots again.
or the
Bills.
Jaguars.
Or the
Or
Jags.
it'll be the
Yeah,
Jaguars
they're
or
not
the
beating any one of
Patriots.
those teams. That's
Or the
all.
Bills. Yeah, you can't beat the Bills either. But I don't think the
I don't
Bills
think you
make
beat
it
the
past
Bills.
this week.
Unless Trevor reverts to Trevor.
It's possible. It is possible.
Bro, that Jacoby Myers deal was the most underrated move of the year.
And it
They
only
they've
cost a
lost one
5th-round
game.
pick, and I wanted him badly.
They've lost one game since they did that.
All the Steelers could have just gave a third, but he didn't want to go here. I don't blame him. Our offense looked like shit. The offense finally looks good in the last month.
Right.
Who thought Adam Thielen would help stabilize? And what a catch by him Sunday night.
I didn't see it.
What a great.
My official pick is
Yo,
going to be
chill,
the
man.
Texans.
I'm tired, all right? I was in North Jersey today.
My official pick is going to be the Texans, but I'm telling you right now, I can see it. I can see the Pittsburgh
Steelers money
winning this
line.
game.
Texans money line for me.
Stroud 9.
Strong
I get
line,
it.
baby.
Your loyalties.
It's not that.
I believe in their defense.
Yeah, that's what it is. I believe
It's
in
time
their
for them to win a
defense.
playoff game too. I think
That
that's
too.
the thing. Like it's
It's time for this. It's time for this Texans team to take the next step. It's time
And
for
this is their
Pittsburgh to
next
lose
step.
this playoff game and get rid of Mike Tomlin, and you guys to start fresh.
Oh,
All
I
that
see.
stuff needs to happen. I think.
I mean, you're one make kick
You
away from
guys,
saying
you guys
fire
win this
Tomlin.
game, and you guys
And
go
we're
to the
one kick
AFC
away
Championship.
from. If Boz doesn't miss the extra point, they're going to tie the game. So the Ravens were just as lucky.
You guys go to the AFC
it's all luck.
Championship, and Tomlin
So
has a
nobody earned
job for
anything.
another 20 years, dude.
Huh?
Tomlin has a job for another 20 years. You guys go to the AFC Championship this year. I think that's a very
I think they could beat
possible
Denver.
thing.
But
so.
then that's it.
I think you guys losing is honestly something that just kind of needs to happen. Your bodies probably should have
To
lost
get what
last
you want.
week, and
To get what you want. There was like 5 or 6 times where you thought you guys were lost. When Isaiah Likely caught that ball, it was supposed to be over. And then the magic happened.
What happened, Luke? Snoop-a-loop?
loop-de-loop, the hoop-de-hoop.
He thought he missed the kick.
Ravens really
He thought he
losing
was
some
crying.
tragic ways. He's a kid. It's
Yo,
only like
they
his second
told-
year.
I mean,
It's his second
he
year.
just got engaged, and people were being really mean to him in the comments.
Yeah,
And
fans.
those people are losers.
It's
He
I-
cost them the game, but you're like a loser in real life.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I
yeah,
say?
Like,
You're
like,
mad at the
message this
kicker,
kid.
but be mad at your defense for allowing Aaron Rodgers
It's
to go.
possible,
in this
bro. They go to
second
the
half.
AFC Championship. That man, they're building a statue right
Tell
next
you,
to
bro.
Roberto Clemente,
Saying it now.
and he'll be a Steeler for the next.
Just like I said, Deion Sanders to the Browns. I'm telling you, I've been giving it some thought. There's a path for the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers to be in the AFC title game. Bro.
Honestly, it didn't really dawn on me until you said it, until you brought it up.
Bro, they get to the AFC title game. That man's going
nowhere forever. He will die in that.
You'll
facility.
hear come March before free agency kicks off that Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers have
reached to a
20
20-year
years a
agreement.
5-year extension.
Take your nap on Monday and buckle up because this team could potentially be taking you for a ride. It could all end on Monday, but there's another part to it where you're going to be on
You know
some
what,
shit.
though?
You're going
At
to be
the end
wearing
of
your
the day,
steel hat.
It felt great watching eliminating the Ravens from the playoffs.
It always
of
feels
course
great
it
to
does.
destroy your rivals'
Of course it
season.
does.
It was a playoff game in itself.
It's just like when we
beating
beat the
Dallas,
Bengals
there was
a couple
no
years
tomorrow.
ago with the Vontaze Burfict. I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
every moment.
There was no tomorrow, and
Vontaze Burfict cost me an AFC Championship appearance that year. Because if AB plays against Denver the following week, we beat them.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think so.
that fourth quarter gave us everything. Everything. It gave us Lamar stepping up to the plate. It gave us the Steelers getting
How
the
did
ball
he
down
get
the
out of
field.
that sack, bro? Like,
Oh,
I
Lamar.
can't. Alex Highsmith just looked in
Everything,
disbelief,
bro.
like, and
He did everything.
and there was people like mad at him on Twitter. I'm like, how can you be mad? Highsmith has been a machine all game long.
All right.
Like, there's only 1-2 quarterbacks that can do that.
I mean,
He's
who dropped
one
the
of
ball
them,
in
yeah.
Buffalo? Was it Lamar Jackson or was it Mark Andrews?
Mark Andrews.
Lamar put it right there.
Yeah, it was pretty much a handoff.
But
It's pretty much a handoff.
Like, I
That's
get,
last
we can
year
blame
wasn't
him
his
for
fault.
certain
Talking
things.
about
You
in the
can't
bread
blame him
basket?
for it.
that wasn't his fault. The AFC Championship game, I can see why people put the blame on Lamar.
That's
Yeah.
different.
He threw 2
Yeah.
picks and he
That's
fumbled.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just the meltdown. That's the other side of it.
Everybody likes to go back. Oh, Zay Flowers doesn't fumble in the end. Yeah, that's a critical play. But if Lamar doesn't turn the ball over twice in the air and once on the ground, like
Say Flowers fumbled. That was
it did. But guess what? They magnify that more than they magnify what he did, which
Right.
that is just
Right.
Well, he's also brought them 2 MVPs.
And Flowers came
Should've
up
been
big.
3, so.
Flowers showed up in the fourth.
no,
He didn't
because
miss it.
technically the second time he won MVP, it should have been his. It should have been
I
Josh.
disagree.
They
and then
flip-flopped
last-
it. They flip-flopped
exactly.
it. They had to.
The year
Make it
Josh won,
right.
it should have been Lamar.
Yeah.
The year Lamar won, it should have been Josh.
Lamar's the shit, bro.
They should have done it right the first time.
Had they, yeah, we wouldn't be arguing about this.
It would've
Yeah, I
been
guess
big.
you're right.
2023 should have been Josh. 2024 should have been Lamar.
Like
We
it
both
wouldn't
came
be.
out and
It wouldn't
said
be a
that.
question of we're supposed to do this. No, this is
Yeah,
how it should
it was
be.
a
I wouldn't have
makeup.
been mad if they
It
gave it
was a
to
makeup.
Allen on Lamar's second on that back-to-back. I wouldn't have been mad if they gave it to Allen. But I thought Lamar earned it though. So
It was back to back. Like, bro, they had the It's like, when you miss a face mask, so then the next play you call pass interference when it's not really one.
Right.
Yeah, you get
That's
it
what
back
that
to 'em.
was.
That's what Allen's was to
That's
me.
That's like they were, in
The
Sunday's
Lamar
game
one,
where we
the
got
Lamar one,
flagged
people
for
feel like Allen just
we got flagged
shagged.
for hitting Lamar below the knee, but it was Lamar's offensive lineman who tripped the DN into him. Then the following play, they gave the Steelers a PI, and it really wasn't him.
Those boys are about to get
It was a makeup call.
They're about to get a new head coach and a new OC.
And a
The head-
DC.
the head
They're
coach
getting a whole new
brings those.
coaching staff.
Whole new staff.
We got a lot's going to change in a week, folks.
Yeah.
This time next week, people we picked to win may have not won. The opposites could have all won.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
There could be 2 more coaching vacancies opened up.
You're right about that.
There is a lot that could go down. Right now, we have 6 coaching vacancies.
7.
7?
Yeah.
Damn.
The one that opened up in Baltimore.
So, 7 coaching vacancies. If
I know it sounds like a lot, but coaching vacancies happen every year. There's usually 4 to 6
Is that
every
time
year.
of
we
year?
could have 9 by next week.
But yeah, we could have 9.
McDermott.
McDermott and LaFleur.
McDermott and LaFleur are the 2 big ones. I
And
think that could be
possibly Tomlin walking away. That'll
Yes.
get you to 10.
Yes. Yeah. Crazy.
It's
Crazy to
gonna
think
look a lot
about.
different next week.
Definitely crazy
For
to think
sure.
about.
Feels good to be back in the lounge tonight.
Yes, for sure.
Felt
man.
right.
I
Fire
feel like I haven't been
Sirianni.
here in a while, honestly.
Sirianni's clown ass. I
That'll
don't
be
like that guy.
It'll be a
man.
good time.
I hate him. I
It'll
hate
be a
him.
good time if they lose.
I hate him, and I
The way
always
he
tell
was
people that
jumping
team
up
wins
and-
in spite of him.
The way he acted in Buffalo, like, bro, you did nothing.
He's a cornball, bro. He's a cornball.
Him and Petula chest bumping each other. Nothing beat when he's like talking that shit going in the huddle, and he looked back at AJ, and AJ's like,
Just staring at him
shakes his head and walks away from it, like, goes in a completely different,
like you're a clown, dude.
Let me go get my book.
or like
There's
Pat
a lot of
Fryermuth coming back from the locker room this weekend.
Fuck him.
Is that what he said? I didn't even
They were
hear
like, he just comes, he's like, fuck him.
Hey, he helped me cash on the parlay, so I'm grateful to him. I'm grateful to Calvin Austin, Zay Flowers. You guys came through when I needed you because it was looking grim.
Bro,
But that fourth quarter, everybody turned up.
Pat got you that one catch that got him inside when Gainwell scored. And then on the
Calvin
consuming
freaking Austin.
got the 17-yard catch when you needed 15.
Exactly what I needed on the same drive, back-to-back plays. That was the only way I was going to hit that parlay. Because if it happened right there in that moment.
I know you were hyped.
Oh, yeah. I sent it right away. I loved it. Great freaking game. And we're going to see a couple more this weekend. Yeah.
It's taking a lot out of me.
Football year was
Here we
nuts,
are.
man.
Holiday season,
Yeah.
fantasy football.
Yeah.
Hell,
Came back.
I always get hit over the head. Like I said, man, I got CJ's birthday this Sunday, so
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
That's
Doesn't
when you
stop
gotta
for me.
you gotta watch how much you get for Christmas.
yes, I
All the
know. I did.
anniversary around the corner.
Whether I don't know if the
Valentine's Day.
significant other agrees with that statement, but
She does and she doesn't. We try to manage it the best way we can, and we try
It's not
because
to be rude or
Eli's
anything.
birthday is in October, so it's not like his is too far away neither. Like it's in October, I start getting hit over the head. His
It's
birthday,
serious
my
this time.
my
birthday.
parents would go out for girly because her birthday was September, but they wouldn't go too crazy because it was like Christmas. Because
Yeah,
That's where you start.
like me, I was right smack dab in the middle, so that's why I got best of both. Like I was May, and then this. So as a
Yeah.
kid, like
excuses.
yup, as a kid, I'm sitting back getting like 6 wrestling toys for my
yeah.
birthday.
So that's
and-
what we do. We don't go too crazy for birthdays, but Christmas we go all out. You know what I'm saying? But we try to make it as even as possible. 'Cause
I tell people all the time, my
4-month
best
stretch,
Christmas
bro.
was 1991.
You said I was the
Either
best
91
Christmas?
or 92. I forget what year. I got the WWF wrestling sheets, the comforter, the
Oh,
blanket. I got Macho King, Randy Savage,
Nice.
the Bushwhackers. I got like 6 or 7. Like, I don't know where my parents got that money that year, but it was crazy good.
Yeah,
2001 was a good one. I got SmackDown Just Bring It.
Great game.
96
It
was
was
my
a nice-
favorite
it
year.
was a
I got
good
the
song.
64 that year when it came out.
64 year was another. That was a good.
96
second.
was classic.
96 and the
I
64.
One of the
still- I
greatest
mean,
systems ever.
I can vividly remember.
I still
like,
think the
ripping
PlayStation 2 is the
wrapping
greatest
off.
system ever.
Yeah, 2 is probably the best system, hands down. I think.
And 64 ruled.
But if you go old school, like
64 ruled the
Nintendo
90s.
NES,
Oh no, yeah, NES and SNES were crazy. Super
that
Nintendo
drop
was
in 96
crazy.
was crazy. Yeah, Super Nintendo 93.
my mom worked at Toys R Us during that drop.
Oh man,
That
that
shit
must have
was
been
crazy.
bananas. Yeah, Super Nintendo was
before
awesome.
online shopping. You're trampling people to get what you need.
Yup.
Seiko was awesome too. I remember my uncle brought me.
I would
one
go
and
with my
burned
mom
that shit out
on
in 3 days.
Saturdays during the holiday season because the mall would open up. So I would just go with her when she went to work at like 7. And Toys R Us was open. So I would just sit there I would be the first one there just standing for like hours just playing games.
Right?
Walmart had it
Playing
set
the
up
same
too.
shit over and over. Then I
Walmart
would
had
after I got
they had the
tired,
systems lined
then
up.
I would go walk into
Before
the. I would walk
PlayStation.
in
I
the
tell
mall.
my kids stuff
That's
like
when
that.
the mall still had the freaking water fountain.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Come together, the clothing store.
Yes.
Since my parents couldn't afford Nike windbreakers, bro. I bought all those generic windbreakers from Come Together.
Value City, bro.
Value City, yeah.
Value City.
Yo, Value
For
City.
athletes.
I loved Value City my senior year of high school. Why? Because Reebok had just bought the NFL contract from Starter.
And they had all that shit.
So they had all the starter jerseys.
Yeah,
Bro, I got a Jason Gilden, a Heinz Ward,
Yeah.
Dermontti
At
Dawson.
a reasonable price.
Bro, I got $15 a jersey. My dad was like, "That's it.
Load it up.
Get what you want." I came in with a bet is. I had like 6 of them. The guys in school were having the Reebok ones. Oh, you still? I was like, I don't give a shit.
Got him.
I got it.
I got a flavor
And it was
for every day
it was
of the
still
week.
the thin. It was a new thin
Got a
number
flavor for every day of
with
the
the
week.
logo right there on the side.
You got so many Chris's that tune in. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did not care. Shit, I remember they had a bunch of baseball shit too. I bought the baseball clubhouse jacket of the Mariners. It's
I
still at my
remember
parents'
those fits,
house.
bro. I fucking remember those fits. That's funny.
The gray with the gray sleeves and the navy blue with
Remember the 90s football jackets?
The
Retro.
90s,
I had
the
that.
90s
They
football
call them
jackets.
retro
from
starter
now, but
jacket.
they were
I got
90s
starters,
football
so-
jackets and the NBA windbreakers, all-time
Pullovers.
classic.
At my
90s
parents'
pullovers.
house,
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
my parents' house. I still got my Steelers pullover.
Oh, that's fire.
It's in a bag, put away inside the attic in like a thing.
Get a nice little frame, man. Put that shit up down here.
That's
fire.
Seth's
that's
uncle,
Tasmania.
who I was real close to, basically I called my uncle. He had the pullover the Raiders. When he passed away, I saved that shit. I put it in bag, kept that shit.
Raiders merch was popular.
That's
in the
my
90s.
memory of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
A lot of people
Oh,
they
yeah.
weren't even fans of the team. It was just a popular item.
Well, the most
The
popular
NWA,
pullover was
man.
the Charlotte Hornets pullover.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
that
has
was
that shit.
fire.
colors.
That thing is so fire, bro. I mean, it's nice on the eyes. It looks good.
perfect, yeah.
But yeah, the colors good.
Perfect. You're clean. You're clean.
Yeah.
The mall was so much better back then.
I had the
I
Vancouver
miss the
Grizzlies
old mall.
pullover. I had the whole
The Grizzlies
tracksuit. I had the
pullover was
pants to
fire.
match it. I had the green pants with the white and the black.
Yeah, yeah. No,
They had the
that
teal
was
green colors. The Vancouver Grizzlies shit was crazy back in the day.
I used to like the Pistons jersey back in the day with the
Pistons,
horse
old
flame, the
school.
flaming
Yeah,
horse.
Grant Hill.
Pistons,
Green,
Yeah.
Grant Hill. Yep.
The Firehead, where they changed
Mhm.
it from the red and the blue.
Yup.
Yeah, that one was tough.
That shit was dope.
I like when they rock that
Damn. Make sure y'all tune into the Nostalgia page.
style. Yeah, I've been posting more stuff in there just to get everybody
I've
ready
been
for what's
posting
coming.
mad wrestling shit
Yeah,
lately.
yeah.
Tuesday
I've
with the
seen that.
wrestling. So
With all the managers arguing.
usually as we get towards the end,
Who's gonna win the Rumble? What's your client?
usually we get towards the end of football season, you'll see a lot more activity in the nostalgic multiverse, and it'll be no different this year. So make sure that you're tapped in, and feel free to share in the conversation and what we've got going on in there when we get to the slow period of the sports world, life
Yes,
after
sir.
football,
Yeah.
which is great. The off season for Dynasty, which I'm definitely looking forward to. Now being in 2 Dynasty leagues, once the dust settles,
Woo!
after
My
the
shoulder's
Super Bowl,
gonna have to get
work.
used to this.
New champ,
This guy.
I want that back.
Nope.
Nick Wright being
I
an
want that
instigator.
back. I miss having this
So
one on
he,
this side and having that one on this side.
Nick
I
Wright
need
posted about the Adam Schefter news about him, about Harbaugh taking a week. He goes, AKA, he's smartly waiting to see if the Eagles, Bills, or Packers fire their coach.
I mean, he's genius. That's why he should get a GM job. He's playing the long game. Why rush into something right now? You just spent 18 years committed.
If
And now you're
if
free.
those teams win, he's probably gonna wait another week.
Your value's never been higher after getting fired.
Bootlicker, our prices have never been
Because
lower.
the narrative going around, the talking heads are saying the Ravens screwed up by firing him.
I think so. They probably did.
Nobody's giving them props for doing this right
Yeah,
now.
no,
like,
it's
so
just-
they're just like, what are you doing?
I'm sure
Crazy.
fans are distraught. I don't know many Baltimore Ravens fans, but they've got to be distraught.
It's even worse now that they come to find out they weren't originally going to fire him until he wasn't willing to fire Monken. Now it's like they're doubling down on the Ravens are stupid talk, because this could set them back, way back. Like Oscar said, in a year, what if Lamar's like, I want out?
Mm-hmm.
Now what? The horse that you attach your wagon to no longer wants to be there, so it's just a wagon with nothing to be attached. Like that's how teams get
Nothing
lost for
pulling
5
it,
or
just
6
a wagon.
years, bro. It's been a while since the Ravens went away, but it could happen.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
We got a lot that's going to tank praise.
Woo. We'll see what happens this weekend, man. Everybody enjoy it. Enjoy
It should be a fun
last couple
weekend, man. It
weeks
should be a
of
fun weekend.
a full slate of football because it's about to be over. You're going to get that bye week in between the Super Bowl that nobody cares about and then the Super Bowl itself, which sometimes isn't always the best. I'm going to give my 2 picks for my Super Bowl picks right now officially, just to get them out of the way now before any of the games start. My first pick is going to be the Rams versus the Jaguars. Ugh, you know, but I think Stafford in that scenario would get his second championship and then rides off into the sunset. And my second pick after that, it's going to be the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. And if it comes down to those 2 teams, Eagles probably win another Super Bowl. So those are my picks. The second one is just my back.
If I got to take all these, I look at Bills, Rams.
That's the one we want.
Yeah.
That's the Rock Austin.
That's my first one.
That's
Bills
the Rock
Rams.
Austin.
My personal will be Pittsburgh, Green Bay.
Rodgers versus the
Yeah.
Packers, and of course,
That-
Steelers to get your,
That's
your
mine.
championship.
But if you're talking about exciting, I think Rams, Bills would be crazy good.
I think we all want that one. There's no, I mean, unless you're an NFC West fan, and nobody's really hating on the Bills.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Bills Rams as far as what I think is gonna happen and what I think would be the most exciting game, and then a spicy Super Bowl matchup I think would be Texans versus the Bears.
Oh my God, what are the odds on
The
that?
odds of those 2 making the Super
Put that
Bowl
one in.
are so
That's
crazy.
Gross.
The
money you can make off that is just
it's
incredible,
insane,
bro.
man.
Ugh.
But again,
Texans
man, as much
versus
as I
Bears.
hate the Caleb Williams, I love Ben Johnson, and he's been able to make it work over there. And I don't know, man. Like, the same way there's a path for the Steelers to make it to the AFC Championship, that same
the key
path is
word
kind of
here. That's
there
the
for
key
the
word.
Bears, man.
It is.
And it's
The
kind of,
Bears.
again, it's
Starts
disgusting for me
in
to even
Chicago.
admit it, but the Bears can beat
Bears
can beat the Packers. The Bears can beat, I think, an injured Riddle Niners team. I think the Bears can beat this Philly team. If the Rams make it past the first round, I think they can. The Rams have played great all year, but the last 3 weeks isn't enough to really trust them when
that team
when
that
things
plays the
get gritty.
Falcons is crazy.
Yeah.
Luckily, Devontae Adams
Bears
some of that
beats
over, but
Battlestar Galactica.
Bears Texans is the spiciest.
But
one
yeah,
out of
super
all of
spicy.
those.
I've been thinking about it the last
I'm gonna
few
be
days.
on DraftKings later, checking that one out.
Yes, yeah. Let me know what you see
interesting.
there because that would
Yeah.
be interesting.
Oh,
But yeah,
man.
trust me, it took me a while to say that too because I didn't really want to go Bears. Even sitting here the last hour, I've been kind of thinking do I really want to pick the Bears as my spicy matchup? But yeah, that is my spicy matchup. I almost went Carolina, but they're not ready for all that.
if they can get the Packers out of the way,
The sky's the
else
limit
is-
for them.
yeah,
the
that's
sky's the limit, man.
what that does for them, what that does for that city.
Yeah, the only reason the Packers game is hard is because it's a divisional game.
And then
division rivals, they always play each other tough.
If Seattle folds in the divisional, the path to the Super Bowl goes through Chicago.
Right. That's crazy, bro.
NFC title game.
I haven't seen something like that since the Urlacher days.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You know what I mean? So
It's been a while. It's a lot on the line, man.
Urlacher.
that was my guy.
Well,
He got ran over by Jerome Bettis.
He did. But he was a hell of a linebacker.
thank you for the comments tonight.
Yep,
We
appreciate you guys as
it.
always. for
We're
tuning
going to
in.
be back
conversation.
next week, same time. We are
Great
back.
to be back.
No days
actually,
off.
Heather's surgery is next week.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I'll be in the hospital with my beautiful girlfriend, making sure that she's good.
I'm trying to
making
make it
sure
out.
she's okay.
I'm trying to
But I will be back the following week for On the Money podcast
I'm looking at you.
because we took our holiday break.
You better tell Nola you need something easy.
We took our holiday break.
We took
so
already. We
after
can't
that-
be taking no more weeks
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
that, I will be back, and we will be at that point discussing the AFC NFC championships. So, whew. and
Time goes by fast.
we'll see if what I said tonight, if that path is cleared, and potentially you guys are making your trip to Foxborough or Jacksonville
One of the
for
two.
an AFC title game.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Until then, we're the Jersey Triad champions. This has been another edition of On the Money podcast.
We're just not the Jersey Triad. We're the champions of the Jersey
And,
Triad.
That's right, baby.
I'll see you guys again. Same time, same place
We
next
did what
week.
we said we were going to do.